All right, stream is live. All right, guys. So last we left off, we started off last campaign in a very long fight. Bells rang after being introduced to the fruits of your labor, i.e., kind of freeing the town of some sort of crooked element. I'm not going to say criminal element, maybe criminal element, however you wish to describe it, but some sort of something that just wasn't morally in agreement with you guys. Having adventured out and handled some sort of the problem, you get back and you find that there's been more recruits, and they've cleaned out the Bastille. Um, Basically, kind of chalked you guys up for dead, as you guys haven't been heard from or seen for at least a week and a half. As you guys came back, after being introduced to the new armory and the new sergeant at arms, or the shopkeeper, or the armory keeper, whatever noun you wish to use, bells ringing out, indicating a threat of some sort, where the majority of you went to the northern side of town to face that head on. But that is not where we're going to start our situation tonight. After the bells had rung, Senra, still skeptical on his surroundings, on if the reality of the situation is in fact the reality of the situation, Senra proceeds to threaten Edgar's wife and child with physical harm before exiting their home. Heading down to the southern docks is where you hear the bells ringing in alarm. Senra, you on the docks, look around. You hear the echoes through the alleyways and the urchins area of the port here. You have witnessed mothers, children's running into homes, kind of scrambling. Some of the urchins ducking into boxes and crates. Probably perhaps they don't have homes of their own to run to. A couple of individuals jumping under the docks for safety as some sort of hiding place. The brothel that's in town shutting windows and doors. What does Senra do here? Absolutely. You hop onto the ship, taking, no real haste. Just kind of hop in, making sure everything is all fine and dandy. And I'm going to say you search thoroughly. I'm going to give you a taking 20 on that. You look around. Everything seems to be as you left it. You see on the floor bindings on the ground. Like, basically, I believe there were manacles that were used. They seem to be a pair of opened manacles on the ground. Absolutely. You do so. They jingle and jangle as you plop it into your inventory. The belly of the ship, no windows, darker. You see the sun kind of peering in through the staircase from topside. There was. Yeah, you look around, and it's at that point you see on the northern side of town what looks to be like a murder of crows. Like it kind of reminds you of a murder of crows, how they kind of fly off like in large quantities. As you squint to get a good eye, what you actually see is the darkened skyline of a volley of arrows flying away from town into the northern fields. Like how I mix that together, huh? Sure. Why don't you give me a stealth? Let's just start off with the first roll of the night. Oh shit! Forgot. 1 second. Loading Senra, loading Senra, still loading Senra. No. Oh, it's loading. I got you. Thank you, though. Yes, stealth +8. Holy shit, with a 26, that motherfucker. Yes, you clearly, you're in familiar territory. You're hopping around, kind of staying close to the piles of garbage in this area. Maybe a barrel full of bonefish, just kind of with flies kind of buzzing about it. Staying to the shadows, crossing over roads, being very cautious about it. The roads are practically empty at this point. In fact, there's not even guards around. There doesn't seem to be any patrols that you can tell right now as you continue to head north. As you head north, and you know what I should do is totally put up the map of Bastal, just because, yes, sir. Oh, shit. I do apologize. Hold, please. Someone say something? Say something? All right, check again. Check. Fucking shit. I'm sorry, guys. Give me one moment. I apologize. I'll extend the game 5 minutes if I have to. All right, say something now.
Testing. Hello. How's it going?
You hear me?
Oh, I think they hear you now. Let me try the other one now, too. Hold on. Okay, it should be working now. If someone can verify, that'd be great.
Yes, can you hear us?
There you go. Thank you, whoever's watching. I appreciate you. Sorry about that. You're the best, guys. Yeah, apparently whenever I fuck around with my sound settings, it seems to reset OBS for some reason. I don't know why, but if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't see that, so thank you. DM Inspiration, whoever called that out, by the way. I think that was Anatanda. DM Inspiration for you, and whoever What's Up is. DM Inspiration for you. Add that to your sheets. Okay, now that we got that out of the way. All right, so as you push north through town, Senra, once again, the guards seem to be missing. The roads are generally clear. The last bit of door slamming shut and some sort of locking mechanism can be heard as you pass by a nearby home. And the next home down the street, you hear as curtains close as well.
Lock curtains. I'll advise some of the urchins to make their way to the Bastille. If they can, otherwise just hide.
You said you
continue.
You said you telling the urchins to go to the Bastille?
Yeah, if they can, because that picture is probably the most safer than the streets.
Absolutely. Why don't we just go with a persuasion here real quick?
Sure, if you can.
Oh, I'm doing it for you too. 1 second.
Sorry, I'm like flipping rice in a pan.
Nah, dude, I'm digging it. I'm bummed because I wanted to play yesterday, so this feels good to roll.
That's cool.
All right, cool. Yeah, with a 5, hold on. Out of the 5 or 6 people that are tucked in, they kind of look at you, and they go, they kind of just put their heads back down, and one of them's actually in like this tattered, it's almost like it looks like discarded mast sails, like boat sails, and they're using it for some sort of covering for like maybe a blanket or something as he kind of pulls it over his head.
Welcome. Head on.
Absolutely. Making your way further north, you're about halfway through the town at this point towards the northern walls. You hear shouting coming from the north. You hear well, you know, you hear all this fighting and maybe the clanging clangs, the occasional firebolt you can see smacking into the tower that's just outside the northern walls, or just on the inside of the outermost wall. You squint, and you notice that Kaith is kind of ducking behind. Mind you, you're still decent ways away, but it's close enough to at least visually see a little fucking halfling kind of ducking and covering behind the inner walls there, firing her arrows back out. Another volley can be seen just over the rooftops, going once again north, as you start to hear screams, what sounds like people being gored.
She's going to keep stealth and get a read on which side seems to be which. Like, which side's the ones that Kate and is on, and kind of check out the opposite sides, skirt around the flank if needed.
Okay, yeah, I'll say, let's just, you know, fuck it. Let's let fate decide this here. Let's just say evens, you'll head, let's say clockwise, odds counterclockwise. Evens was clockwise. So you head back towards Edgar's home, the house that you had just left. And I'm going to maintain your stealth there as you push around. You make yourself to the wall. So on the northern wall, and I'm going to draw it here for sake of simplicity and understanding. Give me 1 second here, because I have not updated this map to reflect such yet. Alright, so the northern wall kind of does one of these jumps here, so... And then let's say the tower that Kaith is on is a circle, so it goes all the way. So, you make your way to the northern wall, to the left side, or the northern side, looking south. The wall, you'll see Fate, kind of, or is it Fate in this campaign? Yeah. You'll see Fate kind of running into the town, kind of like he's panicked and like frightened for a couple moments, but you see Kate standing up after dodging another firebolt and shooting down.
Can I see what they're shooting at?
Not yet. The wall is high enough unless you wish to scale the wall.
Tempting. I don't know if I want to though.
And you're still kind of ways away. You know what I mean? Like you'll have visual on them. You could see them. They're I would say let's call it, I don't know, a couple 100 feet away. Let's say 600, 700 feet away.
Okay. Shieldhead. Is there a section? I'm not seeing the map that you drew because still okay. But is there like a section of building that you can use to stealth and get closer? Because it's near a wall, you said.
Is there a section of... I'm sorry, I couldn't understand what you said.
Is there a section of building or some type of structure that she could continue her stealth to try to get closer? See what's going on.
There's high grass here. You'd have to kind of keep it pretty low. Housing is not really abundant. You could tell that they proactively built this wall as a barrier kind of out further away from the town. As there's some mixtures of some scattered potential farmlands that looks to be possible expansions here, as it's under new management, so different structures and whatnot. But you could, if you were to kind of keep it pretty low, there's some high grass, maybe some bushes.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Fantastic.
I'm almost done, sorry.
Yep, you make your way closer as you see Fate hauling ass back out, and he breaks your line of sight as he exits the town. Kaith getting hit. You got hit, right, last time? Getting hit by a firebolt. As she you hear her voice echo with some degree of like a type of effect, and she hits the ground.
I don't have any healing stuff on me. I don't think. At that point, she'll just stop stealth and head in, basically.
Okay, you start making your way, and it's at that point that you hear the sound of Fate saying something, as Fate would say. As you turn around the corner, you see Fate just slashing through what looks to be an undead minion of some sort, beheading it, and having it roll on the ground. It's at that point that, Kaith, you stand up and look down. You see Senra.
I'm gonna come down.
Combat is officially over at this point.
Yeah, so I'm gonna come down off the tower.
Absolutely, as I stuff my face with an egg. You come down to the tower. It's that you see Senra basically booking it towards you. I would assume, right? Toward you're aiming for Keith, right, Senra?
Yep.
Has anyone else seen her?
They're still kind of focused on the beyond wall. She's technically still behind the wall, so like not the opening, right? So I would say if she continues to book it in your direction, give her maybe 5 more seconds, and she'll be within the opening of the wall where everyone else would be able to see her.
Well, I want to try to intercept so no one else really sees her just yet, just because they were talking about the whole arresting her thing.
Yeah, we are kind of backlogging a little bit here, right? So
Oh, okay, so we are
no,
right.
we're retconning a little thing here. So a little bit because I want to kind of introduce this, right? So you intercept, and I'm perfectly okay with that. As you kind of, I mean, all right, you intercept Senra. What's the conversation you're having? We'll go there. Edgar's gonna walk past.
You're making noise.
Huh?
What's happening?
Not yet. No.
So we were just attacked. I'm guessing it's the people from the island.
Yeah, kind of expected that. Were they driven off?
As far as I can tell.
You are speaking back and forth. You're a couple of feet away from the wall as Kate had intercepted you. You see Edgar making his way through the front gate, and you hear the faint talkings of peoples.
Where have you been?
It didn't seem safe, so I thought I'd check it out on my own. Just running around town, basically.
Any news that I should be aware of?
Hmm. Seems okay. I did scare some people to get some confirmation, but NP threats never go anywhere anyway.
As you converse and catch up with each other, Edgar can be seen with the tail end of whatever's left in survivors when it comes to the guards and the militia, with the rest of your party. You hear Edgar giving commands in the context of this. Oh, please make sure you burn the bodies. We do not want these people coming back. Oh, Senra. Where have you been? We could have used you.
Are you playing a recording?
No, I'm actually using a voice changer.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
Bad is it? Really bad?
You seem like you did fine.
Come, we have much to catch up on. Come to our place. I'm sure you're all hungry.
And she'll follow without really saying much of anything. And I'm about to go through a dead zone as I head downstairs.
That's fine.
Quick question. So we're only retconning the portion after we
We're
left?
getting there. We're getting there. Just trust me. Go with it.
Oh, no, I'm fine. I just wanted to know that all the stuff, like, about the ring and Oscar's dad being, like, making the attack and shit, we can still proceed with that knowledge?
Yeah, no, we're just entering Senra into where we left off.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Okay. All right, so as you guys proceed to work your way back to Edgar's pottery or Edgar's house, you push open the gates, go past the flower beds, make your way inside.
Okay, back.
All right, welcome back.
Thanks.
You make your way inside. Edgar's home. Senra, where are you in line here?
I gotta load up the stuff so I don't see what you're referencing to yet.
When you go into the house, everyone's there. Are you chilling in the middle, the back of the park?
Oh.
Like if there was quote unquote marching orders here?
Yeah, walking. Yeah, just probably near the back because she's not one to take the front.
Absolutely. So Edgar opens the door and greets everyone in. Oh, enter, please. Sweetheart, could you please put some tea on for everybody? We have a bunch of heroes here that need some substance.
Kavul will kind of like barge past them and just like kind of do a quick rock into the house. Like, where's the food?
You push in and you're first at the table. At the table right now, there's bread. At the moment, it looks like it was just made maybe like 2 hours ago. It's pretty soft and still slightly warm.
It would be just like stand by the table and grabbing food and eating it, not even bothering about seats.
No, help yourself. Oh, tasty bread. She makes it nice and sweet.
Oscar would
check. Oh my god.
go over to
Check.
sort of like one of the far ends of the table and sit down.
I'm trying something
take
new
out
tonight.
his box and a couple of his books and put them down on his lap, and then just sit there and start reading some stuff really quick while he waits to
Absolutely.
eat.
Oh, fantastic. Absolutely. I can't hear you. So, as everyone kind of, makes their way in, Senra, as you mentioned, you're the last one in, and noticeably shaken, Edgar's wife. What? Hello? Oh, get him out of here!
No.
I gotta fix that one.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one.
It was way better yesterday. I promise you. I gotta fix it. Nevertheless, get him out of here. And she's like literally in the process of panic.
Is she like pointing to Senra or just saying that?
Absolutely. Edgar will turn.
Okay, fine. Fucking leave. Should I walk outside?
What happened, sweetheart?
I threatened her. I felt like the town wasn't safe.
You threatened my wife?
Yes.
We accepted you into our home. Why would you do such a thing?
Things seemed too nice when we got back. So therefore something had to be wrong. And if you at the top, it made sense to get information from someone close to you.
Wrong? I don't understand. What's going on here is a product of your work. How could you ever assume such a thing? My family?
Do you honestly think I would actually follow through with anything?
That is unknown to me. We brought you in, we accepted you, we fed you, we housed you. And this is what we get for that?
Seems so, but I did check, to be sure. What alternative would you have me do? Not like it matters. But
My
wife-
she requested.
My
not
wife's
outside.
life does matter.
That wasn't what I was saying.
Sandra, just say sorry.
Out of character, that's not gonna happen.
Why would I say I'm sorry? Would you for anything you've done wrong? Because you don't feel like you've done anything wrong. And that's usually the case with people that don't say they're sorry.
You just threatened an old woman that's been nice to us, and you seem to have had a reason. So just say sorry.
You just basically said why I shouldn't be expected to. I had a reason, a good reason. This town's already been under siege before. It felt like it could have been corrupted again. I had to get information, and I did so.
You got your information. So now that it's clear, you still scared her and and you threatened their kids. You like that's not okay. Jesus Christ.
I'll let you all debate over this, and she'll walk out.
So, I'm going to pause for a moment here, and as this just before Sen returns to walk out, we have other people in the room, right? So Edgar's kind of, obviously confused and a little, I guess, hurt to a degree. It's not every day your wife gets held at knife point or whatnot. On top of that, you have the wife who's at this point vacated the room and kind of gone upstairs with presumably the children. Everyone else, Cal, Fate, Oscar. Well, we already know what Oscar feels about the situation, and everybody else. Like, what is everyone else doing at this point? I know Kavul's at the table munching on bread. We got Oscar, who's clearly deep in thought. What else is going on?
I'm gonna just stand over by the table eating, just kind of listening to the conversation, guarded, because Senna and I are pretty chill.
Kavul, getting a little bit tired of bread, is gonna follow his nose to the kitchen and raid the ice box for raw meat.
All right, we'll get to that in a second.
Fate's just having a seat at the table, waiting for the food to get served, and he's kind of just like, kind of rolls his eyes at what just happened and be like, typical, expected.
All right, Senna proceeds to leave. Edgar, with a mage hand, closes his door as it kind of slams behind Senra. As Senra leaves the building and the door is now slammed, Edgar. Sorry about that. I just don't understand. My wife is an innocent soul. Forgive me if I may have sounded out of line. It's just... rude. I've sacrificed much in the past week and a half, and for God knows how much longer. I want peace. But how can I show peace to someone so troubled and negative? I hope that woman finds peace. But it will not be in this household.
I don't know about peace, but just you made the right choice. Don't worry about it. They're doing their own shit. They've been going in a downhill spiral. They apparently always have good intentions, but they never, admit afterwards that their methods are incorrect. They freaking attacked me the other day, trying to rob me.
Who's they?
Oscar always indicates Senra in a non-binary sense. He doesn't. He never calls Senra a male or a female. He always only says they or says their name.
Huh, pretty slick. I never picked up on that. Well done.
So Keith is gonna chime in and be like, Senna tries. Senna's been through a lot of things that none of us understands. So how she handles situations may be the only way she knows how.
And That might be true, and it would make sense, but they should at least, take other people's opinions.
Says the one who takes nobody else's.
What are you talking about?
You often do your own thing as well, Oscar.
Yeah, but I always take in the entire, I take in the opinions. I mean, remember the whole situation where just a few days ago where they attacked me, and instead of attacking back, I took a step back and talked it out.
But you don't take others' opinions when it comes to the ring that you wear.
Oh, you know what? You weren't there. I was talking to Azar the other day, and I had confirmed with him that if it ever got to the point where it got bad with the ring, I would be the first one to chop it off. It was only till after that that I found out that if I do that, I might die. So...
Oh my. I must admit there seems to be a lot of tension in this party. What is going on? What happened for the past week and a half? You left here unified. You come back all fractured and shattered.
Well, we fought a bunch of trolls. We fought a giant ape as big as a tree, as well as a gigantic lizard that was also fighting the ape. We took down a bunch of undead. We took down most of the slavers. Actually, I think we may have gotten almost all of them.
Except for the leader that got away.
Well, so you think.
You mean Dead End still breathes?
I don't know. The last we saw him, he fell down this huge cliff area in the cave.
But
Out of
don't
character,
forget,
I think we saw him in the field, right?
no, that wasn't Dead End. That was the Necromancer dude. But no, remember.
I thought Dead was the one too.
No, remember
it's just
Dead End.
Necromancer.
He told his champion dude to cut us off and try to kill us with the assassin and whatnot before we left. And remember, he gave us that note saying, "I'll take from you what you took from me." Yeah, so he's definitely still alive. But I made him fall into a giant pit, but he survived.
And how do you know this? How do you know he survived?
I passed him the note, I guess.
Oh my. Well, this is not good at all. Oh.
That's why we rushed back here, and why we were so skeptical, because he made it seem like by the time we get here, the place would be pretty fucked up.
Dead End is a man with many resources. He will surely come back. It's just a matter of when. Oh, we need more help. I don't know what to do.
Edgar, how do you get messages out from this town? There must be a way.
I mean, there's always the old-fashioned way. Via pony. Sometimes messages leave on ship. Or we could always use the arcane, but that requires a receiver. And I haven't left this town in many, many years.
Oh, wait.
If you can send one out by ship, we've got a couple people waiting to hear word that can send help.
Yes. Maybe
I agree
can we
with
summon
that.
the couriers? And how about let's summon our friend that we picked up on the way here?
What friend?
What's his name, guys? The magic
I can't
guy?
remember his player.
Agnor?
The trader guy?
Agnor. Yeah, let's get Agnor here too.
Agnor? You mean Agnor was on the island?
Yeah, he was captured.
He was one of their prisoners.
Oh! Wow, that man is knowledgeable. Why would you want to send him away?
I have a task for him. Give him an opportunity to get back some of the things he's lost.
Oh, the man is definitely knowledgeable, but from what little I know in my conversations with wine, he would easily sell your information to the highest bidder. But that's just, I barely know the guy. Everyone has the ability to change, I guess. Were you saying something, Kate, before I interrupted you?
Well, out of character, did we ever let him off the ship?
No, he's off. He was hanging out with wine. We went to the Bastille, and he was talking with wine and
That's his shackles. He's
and like catching up. And then they told me about the sickle, which I traded my stuff for, and then realized that none of us here could use it.
Gotcha, I thought we forgot about somebody.
Well, we did forget about the captive dude.
Ah, that's right. Okay, sorry.
Yes, cold rations.
But in regards to your original question, my only fear is I've noticed a very lack of sea traffic as of late. Usually we get 5 to 10 ships a day, but lately they've been no more than 1 or 2. I don't know what treacherous things happen on the ocean, but one could assume it's not good.
Well, we did come across a ship on our way to the island that was... I'm not sure what they were. It was like maybe demons or something?
The sludge monster guys?
Yeah, and when we killed their captain, the ship essentially fell apart and then sank into the ocean.
Oh, I know of no foul magic like that.
I've never seen it before either.
And then there was that island that was a turtle.
Yeah, but I don't think that thing is sinking ships.
It almost sunk ours.
Well, that's because we were landed on the turtle.
There is also the ship that left ahead of us. Quick thing, Frog. Does the retcon involve us hearing that?
The only thing that's been retconned is Senra walking to the house with you. That's it. That's the only thing that's different.
Alright, so yeah, there is that the ship that got ahead of us. Someone was telling us that it's been I was told that earlier anyway. That it's been like rotating around the coast every once in a while. I think it was supposed to be a distraction so that we didn't see the land attack coming, but it not necessarily 100% that's the case.
I don't know if we could afford sending anyone out. It sounds like, based on what you're saying with Dead End, I can't take the risk. I need every able body to defend this town.
Well, do you want to try the elementals?
That's an idea. That's right, but you need all the components.
What if we altered it for weaker elementals? We might be able to get more of them easier.
Oh, yeah, interesting. I never thought of that. I mean, much like a recipe on making dinner, I suppose. I suppose magic can be altered in ways, sure. We can give it a try. I don't know if it's ever been done.
How's the voice?
It's actually very interesting that you said that, because as you sort of heard from before, there's been some discourse between my group and with this ring, and I'm concerned that if I remove it, it might have fatal consequences for me. And at this point in time, since you told me this was my dad's, he might be the only person until I can get more information that could tell me how to remove it without consequence. But I had thought of something in regards to the main problem of the thing draining life force. So you know how all spells and magical things require some sort of like exchange or cost, and it's typically for like a normal spell or something, a unit of magical energy from the spellcaster's body, or that they absorb from the atmosphere in some way. And for magic items, it's typically fairly similar. They either work on the magic and the materials that they were created with, or they take some from the user or the ambient magic in the atmosphere.
So what are you
But
suggesting?
so this ring, it is taking, instead of typical magical energy, it's taking life force. But I know for a fact that magic can be turned into life force. I mean, we see it happen all the time. Like when someone casts the healing word spell or cure wounds, the magic
I
directly
see.
feeds into that. So what I'm thinking is I might be able to supply the ring with a form of magic instead of my life force to prevent the further degradation of my body.
I get it. I mean, in theory, that sounds like something. However, in the context of the arcane, what you speak of is divine power. Divine might be able to help. I don't know if there's a spell that would be able to bypass the link between life force and the spirit realm. I don't know. Unfortunately, my knowledge doesn't go beyond the arcane.
Well, I did meet some bards and some of the druidic ilk that were able to also heal without the miracles, and Oscar does like the air quotes type thing that the more uh, divine folk do. So there should be some way to do it, and that's sort of what I'm looking into right now, or one of the many things I have
My
to try
gut
to
definitely
identify.
tells me. I agree. I mean, yes, I see where you're coming from, but I feel the bypassing of that unholy thing you have on your ring, or on your finger rather, would require more divine nature to achieve the goals you're looking for. I would suggest looking there. I wish I knew more, but as time goes, I feel my body doesn't push as hard as it used to. And we're gonna pause that conversation for a minute. As Kavul, I didn't forget about you. You know, during this entire conversation, you get up and you're kind of sniffing around, looking for any kind of raw meat. None to be found.
Well, I'll just start raiding whatever's in the kitchen, but whatever looks pretty tasty.
Sure, let's say you raid something that would be equivalent to that of a refrigerator. You'll see some milk, some other doodads, some muffins, some fruit.
I'll steal the whole thing of milk and the fruit, and just sit down in the kitchen eating it and drinking the milk.
You're welcome to help yourself, but please leave some for my children.
He'll leave like 2 inches of milk in there, and like 5 pieces of fruit.
What is Fate all about right now? There was a conversation going on about messages and whatnots. What's the follow-up to that?
Fate's trying to figure out how to get word back out to his family and to the Empire about the situation. But there doesn't seem to be a good option at this moment to do that.
As much as I'd hate to say it, perhaps, maybe you could get the message. I'm sure we can spare some steeds to help speed that journey up by at least a few days, but Ottoman Tower, by horse, potentially weeks away, maybe even months.
How long would it take by ship? Like, how long did it take us to get here?
You talking out of character?
For that part, yes, out of character.
From the island, it was like 3 to 4 days, if I remember correctly.
Okay, so we could potentially, and this would also give us a chance to actually spend a lot of our gold and get some supplies for the town. We could potentially take out, or I'm saying this in character. We could take our ship and we can sail it back. I mean, it's only a couple days travel.
Back to where? Ottoman Tower?
Yeah. Well, to the whatever the port city was that we came from, because that's where we have to go in order to get word back to our two main guys, isn't it?
You're talking Ottoman Tower, I believe. That's where Knight Mari resides. Is that what you're speaking about? Did I lose you? Hello?
Yep, he's gone. He's back.
This retarded thing. I'm actually heading out for Holy Night Doran.
Holy Night Doran? Oh, that's really far north.
At the very least, if we take a ship back to the Empire, there should be a way to magically send word to them.
Oh, I do not know. Unfortunately, it's a riddle that I cannot solve for you. I'm sorry.
That's also to all the others.
If we can dust get to the port, I should be able to get us everything we need.
That's my thought as well.
As long as I have space to do my studies and stuff, I guess that's fine. The only thing is, it seems like they need help, and it might be a good idea to head towards wherever my dad's forces are attacking.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
A detour, if necessary. Like if they can give us more support. I just don't. I hate ships at this point. I hate water. Ugh.
Like I said, we can possibly spare 6 or so steeds if needed. As long as you promise to return them, of course.
Could we get a cart? Is there a decent sized cart? Then we wouldn't need as many horses.
Or a wagon.
We might be able to spare a wagon.
That would take like a month to get anywhere useful though by horse.
Well, how far away is your father, Oscar? Where is he attacking at?
I think they said that town was it like half a month away? I don't fully remember that part. Would you know, Mr. Edgar? How far it would take us to get down there to the dwarven city?
Oh, you speak of Mirladar. Let me think. I would say, as the fox runs, maybe 5 days' journey. You gotta cross the Brain Woods.
Well, if we make it to the dwarves, we should be able to send word. I mean, the dwarves have contact with the Empire as well. I mean, we are allies. Or at least we're not enemies.
Well, here's the thing. My dad, like the old our town was also allied with the Empire. So I don't know what that means. The Hemor, it's part of the Empire as well.
Kavul will kind of like speak up while he's looking for more food. the dwarves are all gone.
Huh?
The city is empty.
What city?
No, sorry. You'd say the city is empty.
What city?
Dwarven. Muladar.
The capital's empty?
The city's empty. How do you know that? Oh, son of I'm gonna be honest, my internet went out for a sec, so I didn't hear what he said. Could you just like type it or something? I don't want to slow things
You heard
down.
exactly what he said.
Yeah, you're
I
just saying
didn't hear anything.
that the dwarves are gone. Muladar is empty.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
all he said.
Well, he just rummaged into the
all
kitchen.
he
Yeah.
said.
Oh, okay, sorry. So I guess was that where you were before you got taken?
Went past it.
So if the town is empty, then who are my father's forces fighting? And why did we hear news that they were currently being attacked? Mr. Edgar, you said that there was some guy that gave you this news, right? Where is he?
He's probably still at the hall.
We might have some questions to ask to this guy, because it seems like the information he's giving us is either really dated or false.
How long ago did you pass by Mirladar?
Sorry, if I don't know.
Out of character, a while ago.
Maybe a few moons ago.
Oh,
How could it have been a few moons if you were stuck on that island as well, I guess not as a slave, running around?
we could definitely ask Kilman. He told me about some sort of force in a siege outside their walls. They came to us for help. I had to give him the grim news that we ourselves are in a position of rebuilding.
Alright, well, why don't... Is he still coming to dinner, or...
Well, the invite was definitely there, but he could be caught up on business. I'm sure he'll show up soon enough.
Oscar,
Unless he's left by now, which, I hope he hasn't.
I really... Should we go check, or should we wait? And Oscar looks toward, like, Fate and Case. Well, I guess let's wait a bit. and see if he comes, and then if we finish eating and whatnot before he gets back, we could go check. Does that sound good to you guys?
Is it necessary to wait?
I I don't know. I asked you guys what you thought. Didn't seem like you were in a rush. So
Let's see. We haven't eaten in like we haven't eaten real food in weeks.
And
yeah.
and as if on cue, the kettle begins to whistle. At which point Edgar grabs and starts pouring out some tea. He beckons over to his wife to basically let her know that Senra's not here at the moment and she's safe to come down and not to fear. And as she does so, she continues to prep some degree of supper. Pulling the camera out of Edgar's home, flying in over Senra's right shoulder and kind of wraps around to her face. Senra, to your 6 o'clock Edgar's pottery as you make your way down the road. What's Senra doing?
She's just kind of watching the town as she's walking, kind of seeing how people are reacting now that whatever happened is over, and just kind of taking a slow route back to the ship.
You see a pillar of fire coming from the front gates.
Like a pillar of smoke from
That's
fire,
what I
or
meant,
an
sorry.
actual pillar of
Yeah,
fire.
like smoke. It's like the wall is blocking line of sight, so above the wall you see like black smoke. Or white smoke, rather.
Yeah, because one thing's completely different.
Yeah, my bad.
No, you good. Is it? You said black smoke. Okay. I'm gonna talk about burning the bodies. Okay. Head to the ship. Probably that.
Sure, you make your way to the ship. You walk by. Things seem to be kind of going back to normal. There seems to be some chatter in regards to some chatter in regards to like what just happened out front. Some family members talking about some things you would overhear, like, oh, we're so low on people. Oh, there's like about 10. We lost 10 more recruits today. That makes us down to just a mere handful. Things of that nature. Some degree of worry, and then a group of guards, like 2 of them, doing a patrol, walk by you as well. They look at you and they kind of keep their eyes on you as they walk past.
Keep walking.
Keep walking, absolutely.
People try to stare down.
Absolutely. The brothel window opens up. The door opens up again. The urchins, you seem to fancy this one particular alley, the same alley that you served all the fish before. This one alley, you kind of feel... I'm not going to say you feel at home, because it's not your home, but out of every street and location in this whole town, this one particular alleyway seems to be the most comfortable for you. And you walk past the same person with the blanket on, made of, ship sails, like old tattered ship sails. Kind of looks at you again and once again pulls it over his head, kind of moans as you walk by. The barrel of bonefish with the flies kind of flying and buzzing all about. A gust of wind pushes some of the flies away as some of them kind of brush into your cheek briefly and they kind of skitter away in the air. You make your way to the dock as the sun is beginning to set. It's still very early sunset, very early dusk, so it's still fairly bright, but it has like that golden hour feel to it. You take a moment and you look out in the ocean, and the sun is in line with the water, and it kind of has that golden line that glistens in that straight line, as if the sun was pointing to you. Wow, look at me. That's pretty cool.
She's gonna watch the horizon as it goes into dusk, into nighttime.
Absolutely.
Thinking over stuff.
You gonna like sit on the dock or whatnot?
I'm just gonna sit on the ship.
Okay.
Making
You
sure nobody's getting on.
you sit on the ship, absolutely, and I'll say you kind of get a better view by going to the aft of the ship, and you're just standing there, keeping your senses alert, yet watching the sun slowly just kind of drift to the horizon. Eventually, yellow touches blue, and blue begins to overtake yellow as yellow turns to orange and then red, and just a slight glint of light on the horizon as the starlight begins to kind of shimmer through the blanket of blue above you. No clouds at this point. You feel under your feet the bobbing of the ship, slight as you are at dock, but as the tide changes, you definitely feel the boat rock just a tad bit more. Couple of waves crash up against the bow of your ship. It kind of releases the smell of the ocean into the air, humid and salty, a twinge of fish. But you take a deep breath in, and you think what?
Trying to do things different is hard. You just try to think over the entire since we got back, like reevaluating almost, but just kind of not reevaluating.
I like the way I
Reanalyzing
expressed that. I think
to
that was
see if
nice.
something better could have been done.
Awesome. Awesome. And then the sun finally, that glint of yellow, gets overtaken by blue. And eventually light turns to dim, dim turns to dark.
She'll stay out there, eventually going into a trance for a little while as well.
Fantastic. Everyone inside Edgar's home, you finish up a solid meal. Probably the only cooked meal, home cooked meal that you've had in a very, very long time. It's almost a humbling experience for all of you. Edgar offers his home or his roof as a place to lie your head down. Do you take his offer?
Kavul would. And just to know for the meal, Kavul had been standing the whole time, just grabbing stuff with his hands and not even.
Absolutely.
Well, it looks like that guy never came, so he might be gone, or so. Do you guys want to go look for him, or should we just hit the hay? I still have some study to do.
At this point, we should wait till morning.
Yeah, but it's time to get some full sleep.
Well, looks like we'll have to oblige. Thank you again.
No. Thank you for all you have done for us. We truly appreciate. I am sure there will be stories about your heroism at the northern gates. Give it some time and I'm sure people will say they've met the heroes of Bastow.
Glad that it worked.
As day turns to night and you guys buckle in for the evening, some rolled up on cots, some hidden in a corner, some lying on the ground like a dog or an animal would. Cal, I assume, goes to the Bastille, to his bed.
He said he had to step away. I don't know if
I did not catch that one, sorry. So you guys, let's just assume he goes to the Bastille and goes to his little sergeant quarters kind of situation. On that, you go ahead.
Yeah, just saying, Kavul would have just stepped outside and curled up in his bearskin cloak and slept there.
Okay, that's perfectly cool with me. For you, Kavul, the night was lovely. The occasional breeze kind of gusts over your scales, giving you a slight, well, I don't think alligators chill, but whatever. Yeah, definitely you felt wind going over your scales, damn it. Nevertheless, you all gain the benefits of a long rest, everybody. as well as
What?
the ability to take our 10-minute. Actually, let's give you guys 15-minute breaks this time around because you all gain level 6.
Sick.
Yay.
All right, Cal, you there? Cal's not back. If he gets back before I do, let him know that he needs to hit level 6, please. I need to troubleshoot this stream and why apparently there's voices that sound horrible. I think I set up the voice mod incorrectly and they're hearing the reverb.
I don't want to use my inspiration to max out my HP gain.
Just go through the normal process of the roll. And just, you know where you roll your number, just change the number to your maximum potential.
So where it says HP and I have the arrows up and down, I just go up until it caps out and then roll?
No, because there's no cap per se. It's going to automatically keep on going.
Whatever your hit your
Yeah, just do your math. Yeah, whatever your math is, do that. Process of the roll.
So what is it?
And just it'll be.
If it's at max, then it would be 8 plus your con.
Yeah, you're a rogue on this one, right? That's a D8.
Yep.
That's a D8. Yeah, so D8 plus your con modifier. No, because there's no cap per se. It's going to automatically.
Sorry about that.
We're on our 15-minute break, so be back at 8:30 and hit level 6 for me there, Cal.
Perfect. I already
Frog,
did.
I'm gonna go run down and take my dog really quick. Can I ask you a question when I come back about the spell stuff we talked about before?
Yeah, we can. But I'm troubleshooting real quick.
Yeah, no worries. It's gonna take me a few to get back anyway.
Okay, so if I roll a 2 and it gave me 4 HP, does that mean I get, instead it would be 2 plus 8, so I would get 10 HP for this level, for this roll?
Well, are you using inspiration?
Yeah.
So you max out, so you put 8 in that place.
And then I get 2 for my con.
Yeah, it'll add that after, but yeah, so you just type 8.
Hey, I'm gonna hop into a different channel real quick so I could troubleshoot my audio problem.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so you just type 8, and then it'll calculate your additional.
Dude, I hear the audio. I hear it talking about. I'm on my cell phone. It's definitely echoey. Do me a favor. I'm gonna fuck around with my settings. Can you just verify it for me, please?
Sure thing.
And thank you for that. I just couldn't fix it mid-game. The problem is I don't even know what it is. And you heard it for everybody?
You got a voice changer mod?
Yeah, I got voice mod now because I want to start doing NPC voices.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, maybe it has to do with something in the program, but it's not only your voice. Yeah. Alright, yeah, just let me know when you need me.
Hold on, I think I figured it out. Hold on 1 second. What the hell? Shit, 1 second. Can you hear me now?
1 second. I'll let you know when the delay is up.
I'm assuming what I just did is going to change it back to normal.
Yeah, okay. Yep, the delay just went through and it sounds good. Oh, but okay, so my voice came in still reverbed, but yours did not.
All right. So at least I know what the problem is. So let me get everything back to default. Give me 1 second here. Check 1 2. Say something.
Testing, testing, testing.
No. I wonder why are there 2 desktop audios? Why are there 2? Maybe that's what the problem is. Go ahead and talk until you can hear yourself.
All right. I think it's about a 30-second delay, so I'll wait and then I'll let you know. Okay, so when I did the testing, I didn't have reverb.
That's weird. I don't know why there was 2 desktop audio channels. That's strange to me. Yeah, you're definitely back to normal. All right, try this now. I'm talking with my voice mod attached to my microphone. Tell me if that works.
All right, so voice mod, your voice sounded fine, but I didn't hear like any changes. I didn't know if you put a change on.
Because I haven't made changes until now.
All right, all right. Let's see. 30 seconds. I'll let you know. Perfect.
See, I heard it too, but I need to verify. I'm going to change it to some outlandish sound real quick. 1 second.
I am God. This is the test.
Good to go.
Okay, good. It works. All right, so I'm still tweaking my voice changer. I just got it, so I haven't really had time to put full on into it yet. So it's gonna get better as we go.
Awesome.
So how's it going?
Good. Really enjoying the stream so far. So
Yeah, a lot of RP so far.
Oh, I'm still coming through your stream, by the way. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, I did. I'm actually gonna head back down because I got 5 minutes left. But
Okay.
yeah, please continue to poke. Remember, when I'm streaming, I can't hear Discord go the beep. I can't hear the beeps. So if I don't answer right away, it's because I probably didn't catch it. So I might be able to see you in the stream before I see you in Discord. I gotta find a way to make my UI a little bit more poppy.
Sounds good.
Hey, what do you think of my old man voice?
I like it.
Honestly, do what?
My old man voice. This is
I like
Edgar. You haven't met me yet.
He's better than Alan.
Hold on, let me take this off.
Oh, no, here is Edgar. I'm sorry. I didn't have it activated. There you
he's
go.
Still better than Alan.
But yes, I have yet to find a decent dwarven voice. I'll be working on that this weekend.
Sounds like y'all are having a fun time in the session.
Yeah, we are. I mean, we sort of are.
Oh joy.
Oh boy.
That voice.
Oh, you haven't met me yet. Actually, you have. You just saved my life.
That was Zine's voice. Well, we did save her, and then she got captured by orcs again.
Well, we don't know, but you know, it is what it is. All right, back to work I go. Bye, boys.
Oh my god.
Oh God.
All right, guys, you back?
Yep.
I had to fix the stream, so all audio should be good to go now. I had my channels that I'm kind of pushing all my audio through. I had them in the wrong location, so we should be good to go now.
I'm kind of back. I'm just heating up some food and that.
Oh, it's all good. You still got like 3 to 4 minutes. I'm actually going to take this opportunity to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Can you unplug my board, please? Thank you. Maybe those eggies are delicious.
So, what do you guys think of the information Kavul gave you? About this dwarven city.
Shit, how would he even know what the name of the town was?
Oh, there's a outer character. He went by it on his trip.
Oh, I'm not doubting that part. Character-wise, though, it's he doesn't seem to know anything civilized. So how would he have been in or know anything about the name of a city?
Lived by it.
All right, I'm back. Whew.
Welcome back to the party.
All right. Frog, are you cool to talk for a minute?
I think he was using the restroom.
Okay, I'll wait till he gets back.
But yeah, what does Oscar think about the information Kavul gave?
It's foreboding, and I didn't see it coming. And it makes our next move even more confusing to decide on.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
It gives you diarrhea, you know.
Who else is here? It's just us?
I think the horseman's here.
Cal? The horseman?
Yes, the horseman.
Whew. It's cold.
What's up, Cal?
All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about the delay.
No problem. Are you good to talk for a minute?
A minute.
Yeah, it should only take that.
This is the part where you talk.
Oh, I thought, okay, so we talked before about the that spell working, like the what was it called? Sorry, a false life in regards to using it in tandem with the ring. I'm just is that still something I can work towards doing, or because the whole thing with divine, quote unquote, divine magic thing kind of got me confused.
Yeah.
I guess
Because Edgar felt that might be a possibility via that avenue versus the arcane.
Okay, cool. Then okay, so I'll be all set with my level up. All right, thank you for that.
No worries, no worries.
Okay.
Who needs more time on their level up? Are you leveled up, babe?
I only get ability.
Everyone good on level up? Dirk, you got your level up going?
Oh, you kidding? I had it done last week.
I'm doing it now, but I already know what I'm doing, so it's only take like 30 seconds.
It's all good. It's all good. Senra, do you need a minute? You good?
I'm good.
Fate, did you get all your questions asked? You good on your
Yep.
level up?
Everything's done.
Sexy. Let me just get my shit set up here. One last second, and we'll jump right back into it, team.
What's the HP at, Cal?
It is at 84.
Jesus Christ.
I've had max health every single time.
84, bro?
84.
And you get resistances?
I think you're cheating.
Yep.
Yeah, fucking
Well, his
hacker.
isn't really resistant.
you know what?
His is
Fill
like
out-
more of a deduction.
Yeah, fill out your actual things, and then you can get max health every time.
He's a hacker.
Oh,
I
definitely.
got screwed over a couple times myself.
I stopped writing because I lost everything.
Can you see my camera in Discord?
You lost everything?
Yeah, when I switch hard drives.
As long as you keep
Well,
it in your heart.
The writing
you
stuff
never
should
lose it.
still be on the Discord, though. I'm talking about your the daily journal thing, or whatever.
Yeah, but I had more written down than just what I put in the journal.
Does Azar go up a
yeah,
level
that
two
would
now?
suck.
Azar
Nope, he's
does
one
have the
fifth.
Azar has the capacity to level up, but I have him leveling up at a 20% 20% reduction.
Yeah.
Or rather,
So every
80%
5 levels,
reduction.
he levels up or something like that.
Correct.
Or-
When you hit level 10, he'll be level 2.
This boy's he's gonna be dead by then.
Well,
Eh,
I mean,
he's not supposed to be a character technically. Anyway.
Exactly. He's not even supposed to exist.
The only reason we did that is because we didn't have anybody to heal, and it helped out a bit.
Well, not necessarily. I also pretty much killed off the other 2.
Yeah, that's fine. It was actually fun story stuff.
Absolutely. See, I love that attitude. Fantastic.
Well, it's the big part. Eventually, I'm gonna find Gareth. I forgive him, but that doesn't mean he shouldn't be punished.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, he'll probably be one of the zombies.
All right, guys. So, it sounds like everyone's here. Oscar, you good?
Yeah, I'm all set, bro. I'm just gonna add the spells to my sheet, and I'm all good.
What the hell?
I'm now a badass on my horse, though. You can't kill my horse now.
Oh, yeah?
Any attack you do against my horse, I can make it go against me instead.
Sweet. You said you
Just
have
be
how much
careful,
health?
because I'm pretty sure that uses your reaction.
No,
So
it
you have
doesn't.
to be careful. It doesn't use your reaction?
Is it called mounted combat?
Yeah, so you have advantage on melee attack rolls against any unmounted creature that is smaller than your mount. You can force an attack targeted at your mount to target you instead. If your mount is
wow.
subjected to an effect that allows it to make a dex saving throw to take half, it instead takes no damage. So, I mean, there still are
That's pretty cool.
effect stuff, but
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. What'd you gain, Kavul?
Inescapable destruction.
The fuck is that?
I ignore resistance to necrotic.
Ignore resistance? That's cool.
Yes.
All right, cool. So they take full damage.
Ignore resistance.
Fantastic. All right. Senator, what'd you gain this level?
I went into rogue.
Ooh, multi-class. Dang,
Yep, so just
you guys are
level
gonna be
one.
hitting hard.
One of us. One of us.
What'd you gain?
We already
Fate?
knew it was coming, and I was putting the threads there. So.
Apparently all I got was 10 HP.
Your hit sneak attack probably went up.
It only goes up on odd numbers.
Oh yeah,
like-
and I also got an extra use of Channel Divinity. So
I
You
think
get
you do
something
get
at every
something at level
level.
6. I think you get something for
Oh,
your...
it's like evasion or something.
Yeah, you should have had a feat that you could get.
You gain an expertise.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
the
that's right.
expertise. Yeah. You get to like choose 2 other
Mhm.
abilities skills.
Yeah.
I mean that you can
Evasion
get
7.
expertise.
Did
Well, but no,
you?
Fate should have been able to get either a bonus to one of his stats or a feat.
No, that's only for fighters.
He's
Or is it?
Fighters,
Oh, he's a rogue.
fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a
Oh,
rogue. Fighters
okay.
get 7 ASIs, rogues get 6, and everyone else gets 5.
Oh, okay.
So, okay. So let's just fine tune because Fate's still learning the leveling up process. What should he have gained today?
He should have gained expertise and 2 new 2 new skills.
Did you,
So he
Fate?
gets
Yeah. I
Okay.
did a deception and persuasion, or perception and persuasion. I don't remember. Which
I see. Deception and persuasion.
Right.
He's gonna be a talking fool.
Hey, we can both talk at people.
That's good, because our only other talker was Oscar, and he sucks.
And
What are you talking about?
And lastly, Keith, what'd you get?
Took the increase in deception and sleight of hand.
Nice. Actually, Oscar, I didn't ask you what you gained, did you?
I took the shadow touched feat.
Shadow touched.
And I gained the invisibility spell and 1 spell from the illusion or necromancy school. Since Oscar can't get spells the normal way, I give it to him via feats mostly. And the extra spell I took was the spell we were talking about, False Life.
Gotcha. Okay, so we slept through the night, unimpeded by any kind of distraction. We will start off with the people sleeping over at Edgar's place. So, that being as it may.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Good morning.
I do apologize about waking you guys up a little early. However, I have a town to run and many tasks to take care of. Feel free to make yourself at home. My wife will be down soon enough.
Wait, Mr. Edgar, before you go.
Yes, Oscar. How can I help you?
I was wondering if I could, perchance borrow a specific book from you today.
What book do you have in mind?
Your spell book.
My spell book?
Yeah. I'm trying to take notes on various spells so that I can try to implement them in a project I'm going to be working on down the road to try to be able to make spell scrolls for them. But I need more spells.
Oh, well, my boy, I don't keep my spell book on my person. It's kind of hidden away. I've had many years to develop the spells I know, so please understand how I may be a little hesitant. I hold this book quite near and dear. Without it, I could not maintain Edgar's pottery. But I guess, having been promoted and all, perhaps Edgar's pottery is no more. Nevertheless, it doesn't change how I feel. I don't know if you're experienced enough to read the spells I have.
Well, do you think perhaps before whatever we end up doing, before we leave this town, we could take some time to sit down for some odd hours and just you can try to like whatever spells you feel are okay.
We'll start
sit
off.
down.
To start off, why don't you roll a persuasion before we go down that route?
Okay. Boom. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'll just roll. Yes.
that yes you hear in the background.
Well, Knowing your potential and your lineage, I believe you may be able to learn a thing or two. Not without instruction. I think you and I should stay a while and talk.
Yeah, that sounds great. I don't have too much going on. I can wait till you're. I can meet up with you back here when you're done with your meeting.
Yes, I'm gonna have my meeting shortly here, and then after we get the daily events done, I'll be more than happy to go through some intro to my spell book. However, as much as you want me to be patient with you, you must understand the arcane is not something that you just figure out on day one. It's gonna take time and patience on your side as well.
Oscar does like a little salute. Yeah, I understand. 100%.
Fantastic. I appreciate you for being here and helping out. This is by far the least I can do. Now, hopefully Kilman didn't leave. I was hoping to discuss some sort of assistance for Milidar, but based on what he said, I feel they might be tapped out on resources as well. Are you guys heading north? What have you discussed and what have you decided on?
Well, I highly doubt that the dwarves have been defeated. Where would they have gone if they went for a more defensive place?
Who knows what these dwarfs are capable of, always venturing deep into the mountain. Last year, I remember hearing word of a drow offensive. Every once in a while, they attack deep into the mountains to protect their home. Sometimes they pull from the outside. However, the outside is merely 1% of their kingdom. What lies behind their walls, I hear, is quite a sight to behold. But if Corrigan's forces are pushing, they might need all the help they can get. I hope they could hold, which I would agree on Kimlin's quick departure. But help seems to be needed everywhere down here. If you do decide to go north, I would appreciate possibly asking the Holy Empire to bring more reinforcements here. It's different now.
We definitely will do that. That's the whole reason we are here, was to prepare the way for more Empire forces to come and secure the area and bring you back fully into the Empire.
And I'm sure Doran will reward you. I hear Doran is quite a mighty dragon, mighty dragonborn to behold. I hear his scales are iridescent in 3 colors.
He is truly remarkable and a loyal member of the Empire.
So, what is it you wish to do?
Well, if we can borrow the wagon and a few more horses, as well as get some supplies for the road.
That would be the least we can do. The journey north will be long and possibly treacherous. On the way, Brecca lies. Perhaps you might be able to get more assistance from them as well, provided Brecca still stands.
From what I hear, Brecca is under siege.
So I've heard, but Brecca is no small feat to overtake. I'm sure they will survive. Unless... Oh, I don't even want to think of the possibilities. We have to have hope. We must believe they stand strong.
Out of
Hey,
character, where are we on the map?
You were at Bestow.
Yeah, I don't know where that is.
If you look at the... hold on, let me change my voice.
All right, if you look at the map over here in the back, the big wallpaper map.
Yep.
You see where my black hand is circling? You're in this area. Brecca is right about here. Artemin Tower is over here. And then Holy Knight Dane is in this general area.
Okay.
And I only tell you that
Timor?
because you would know that.
Yeah, where is Mirabar then?
Miradar, the Dwarven Empire, is to your east. It's over here.
Oh, okay. So then wouldn't... Okay, I can't see when you do that. It's on my screen. I'm
bottom
zoomed
right.
down as far as I can. Oh, okay.
Zoom
Yeah,
bottom
you're like off the screen for me. It's funny. Okay, so bottom right. Okay, I see what you mean. Gotcha.
Hey, where's Hemor on the map?
Have you been there before?
That's where he's from.
Absolutely. 1 second. I got a hot mic back there, by the way. Hemor, I'm just loading the actual map that you can't see. Hemor is northwest of Artemin Tower. It's kind of in the Gulf area here.
So around that like forest.
Yeah, ish.
Okay.
Give or take.
Okay, it's supposed to be near the coast, so that makes sense
Yep.
because of the big coast there. All right, thank you.
No problem.
What is it I can do to assist you? A wagon? Some hoofs? And some supplies? I'm sure we could wrangle some of that together.
Do you think the blacksmith would be able to fix this armor a little bit as well?
Absolutely. Maybe take some time, but he's still learning after all.
Of course.
I actually wanted to stop by there too, see if I can get his help with this. And Oscar would pull out that sickle. I wanted to see if I can sort of make it a little more accessible to use, though I don't know if it'd work.
You could always ask. He should be arriving at his smithy. Looks outside the window. Soon.
Cal, do you want to take a little sidebar over there? Well,
Yep, I'll take a little sidebar over there.
All right, cool. So, you two begin to head towards the blacksmith area where you see Kavul just starting to wake up to the morning air. Oscar, you got a hot mic.
yeah, sorry.
Kavul, your two partners in crime here, they wake you up as they begin to walk past.
Would be first thing trying to find a market.
You follow your nose and you smell fish in open air, and it brings you towards the south. So let's, as you walk down, I mean, the morning itself is beginning to reflect that of a busier town. You know, the fishermen are getting ready. You know, you start seeing people out in the street, kind of. One is kind of fixing up a rod and some twine to go some fishing. Another one's kind of carrying around these wire baskets that looks like they're the kind you throw under the water to possibly get maybe some crabbing going, things of that nature. Kids begin to play outside. Two of them banging sticks together as if they were swords. a mother in her front yard. Looks like she's doing some yard work, possibly some pruning, some flower planting, things of that nature. The town itself seems calm for the moment. A pair of the guards doing their patrols kind of look at you, Kavul, and they kind of give you maybe not a full-on salute, but they give you a degree of a sign of respect.
Tristan. Kavul just stares at them as they pass.
Absolutely. They continue their patrol as they put their hands down from their salute. And while you're walking south, eventually you see the ship dock area, as once again you're following your nose to the south towards the docks. And as you look at your ship, on the back end, you see a Shatterkai elf standing on the back of the ship. I.e., that's Senra. What do you want to do, Kavul?
I'm going to try to buy some fish or any other raw meat.
There's a barrel of fish bone meat. It looks like it's like discarded fishes, like fishes that have been gutted and like, you know, the heads, but the bones are pretty much kind of peeled away. And that seems to be the aroma that's brought you down here. There's a individual with a kind of a blanket made of canvas from like a shipping sail, kind of next to it, and he looks at you. What are you?
I am me. What are you?
I'm me. Ha! We're both me.
Does this guy look like he could make a good snack at all?
I mean, technically to you,
unless
yes.
Unless Kavul could find any other raw meat, he'd be thinking about it.
I mean, there's no other raw meat nearby that you can see off top of your head, but once again, the smell of the fish seems to be really disturbing your accuracy with finding any other kind of food products. The individual under the blanket begins to kind of... He sees you staring at him, like damn near drooling. He puts his blanket over his head and, okay, me, bye, and he covers his head.
I go to grab him and pick him up. Where can I find the meat?
You could always try the brothel. They used to have food there. The Mary Fox is just that way.
I'll just let him slump back down and walk towards where you pointed.
Okay. You put the ship to your left shoulder as once again you see Senra kind of standing there on the back dock. Senra, the sunlight is cresting over your flesh. It warms up your flesh a little bit and you feel warmth start to kind of penetrate you. You had a long night standing there, in and out of your trance. The day is new. You turn around and you see Kavul heading towards the Mary Fox. What does Senra wish to do?
I don't know what she would do. She's gonna go back in the town and kind of roam because things don't seem like they're burning at this point. Actually, no, yeah, she'll go back to where the burning was before when she saw the column of smoke.
Sure.
Sort of check it out afterwards.
Absolutely. After a full night of burn, so let's do the town thing first. So you walk into town. Everything I mentioned to Kavul, you pretty much are walking the exact same path, but opposite. So you'll see the kids with the swords, or at least the wooden sticks, pretending as if they were swords, and then if they were fighting like guards. One of them's like, "I want to be a guard one day." You know, things like that. Boom! I got you. I got you. I'm gonna slay that beast. Things of that nature. The mother, settle down. You continue to walk past. You're actually behind a pair of guards, the same guards that saluted Kavul. They're about 100 feet in front of you at this point. but they haven't taken notice to you. They're, looking forward and doing their thing. They seem to be conversing about something, but not talking loud enough to really hear it out in open air. The pillar of smoke has gone from black, like rough, like black burn, to more of a mild white smoke. And it seems to just be wisping. You know what I mean? It's not like a full-on burn. It's almost as if it's on its last bit of fuel source, I guess we could say.
How was the scent over the evening?
Ashy.
Yeah.
Very ashy.
Burning bodies probably has a distinct smell.
Yep, can't say I've ever smelled one before. I don't know about you. But, it has an ashy smell to it. It looks like they didn't just pour gasoline on bodies. They may have mixed it in with some debris, maybe some shit they needed to get rid of, some wood, timber, things of that nature.
Okay. I'll head over and just kind of watch the pyre and its burning embers that it's starting to slowly die out.
Yeah, and the pile itself, it's not this giant pile of bodies, It's a couple of bodies. It's mostly zombies, really. But they've been severely burnt, and the pile itself is almost unrecognizable. Maybe the kind of pokings out of some bone fragments here and there, as it takes a little bit more of a flame to really completely burn bone. But anything that would be recognizable in the realm of flesh would be completely almost void.
Okay. Kind of going around making sure that everything is getting burned and that there's no straggling stuff. Just keeping myself busy, more or less.
Not a problem. In fact, what you do see, as you kind of you kind of go up to investigate the burning pile, or at least you're nearby enough that you would look down, and you'll see like what looks to be a hand or like an arm from the elbow down, but it's been completely burned. And around the wrist bone, whatever you want to call it, the wrist bone, you'll see what looks to be like a small metal silver chain around it.
Is there anything? I'll pick it up and inspect it and look at the chain, see if there's anything specific about it besides it just being a metal chain.
It's got a little locket on the end of it, like a little one of those lockets that you kind of pry open, like a little clamshell.
Mm-hmm. I just throw it into the pyre.
Okay, you just toss it right in.
Yep.
All right, and you do so. It kind of hits the ash, and you see some ash kind of spurt up into the air a little bit.
You just keep surveying the battlefield to get those straggling bits, if any.
The high grass, there seems to be a lot of high grass. It wasn't there yesterday, or at least it wasn't there last time you looked out north. It looks like this whole area has been overgrown with these extremely abnormally tall grass, much of which, like, imagine grass as tall as corn stalks. And they're even girthier too, but not overpoweringly girthy, enough to make everything difficult and to break line of sight. A good chunk of it if you're looking at it, to the right hand side is a large degree of burn there. It has since been smoldered, but it looks like some shit went down in that little area. There seems to be another, like a small little alleyway between the rows of corn. Imagine like a row of corn, that space between two rows of corns.
Yep.
About that big, that seems to kind of cut through the middle and kind of heads out towards the east.
Okay. So just kind of surveying the entire battlefield, kind of taking in what happened and looking for loose bits to throw back into the pyre.
Sure. There's a couple of clothing articles. I mean, the guards that were here, they seem to have done a fairly decent job. You're welcome to give me a perception check, just to see how thorough you are.
Yeah, she's mainly just keeping herself busy for this point. Open sheet. 14.
I mean, that's good enough. You find a couple of doodads here and there, things that you think are worth burning. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Case is AFK for the moment. We will head back down to, real quick, Kavul. You are at the docks, and you went into the Mary Fox. At the Mary Fox, the door is there. There seems to be a patron just coming out of it right now, kind of rubbing his belly. Like, oh, time to go to work. As he kind of walks out, on the balcony above you, there seems to be a woman in a white long dress, kind of tight around the midsection, almost as if she's wearing a corset. And it's a very low cut. I don't know what they call the tops of the corset, but that frilly kind of cloth that kind of shows the top of your cleavage. That kind of, like a bar wench, but except this is not wearing it. This woman in particular is not wearing an apron. She seems to be up there, and she's just looking down, at the area. She kind of plays with her hair a little bit. It seems to be like a curly blonde.
I'll go inside. That's where I was told food was, so.
Absolutely.
And I just walk right up to the first counter I see and just ask for meat.
Absolutely.
Like not even paying attention to people, just like push them aside if I need to. Like.
Just give me 1 second here. Let me pull something up. You walk in. The bar hand that's available here, it seems to be a dwarf. As he's walking around behind, as you approach, as you approach the bar, or at least where you would order, all you see is like from his shoulders up. So it almost looks like a head that's just floating behind a bar. To you as you get closer, you call out. He turns around and immediately kind of like, and ducks behind the bar.
Hello, short man. I need meat.
No answer.
I'll use thaumaturgy then to repeat the same thing.
Okay. How are you using thaumaturgy exactly?
To enhance my voice up to 3 times as loud.
As you say, you're and then you hear.
I'll hop over the bar and find my own meat then.
As you hop over the bar, some patrons are kind of startled by this, and they begin to leave the bar. You see, and just as you kind of hop over the bar, you'll see the feet, like a dwarf crawling on hands and feet. You'll just see the feet of a dwarf kind of go around the corner and then begin to run upstairs. Behind the bar, you'll see 2 empty shelves, and they seem to be cups, mugs, like tankards, things of that nature. You sniff. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
As you sift around, you kind of knock over some of the tankards. You knock over some of the fancier. I don't want to call it glassware, but mugs and whatnot. You can't seem to find any kind of remnants. You actually, when you go to kind of pull yourself up, and you put your hand on the bar because you're kind of ducked behind the back. You pull your hand up, and a whole bunch of papers just flutter on top of your head, and they kind of fall all over you.
I'll just keep kind of rummaging and looking.
You rummage around, ignoring the papers that you knocked onto yourself, which seem to be like kind of half-folded papers, and they seem to be thicker parchment. You continue to rummage around, not really caring how neatly you do all of that shit. And we'll just leave you there rummaging through the bar and ransacking the place for a hot minute. Oscar and Fate. You guys are also out and about on your first day of the first morning of the day, or the first light of the day, and you head over to where you remember the blacksmith would be. And
it was Cal going.
I'm sorry. Oh, was it Cal? I'm sorry. It was Cal.
Yeah, it was me and Cal.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was Fate. So Fate, Forgive me, I bypassed you completely. What is Fate doing? As everyone seems to be on their own, doing their own thing at the moment. Seem to be, burning daylight, waiting for waiting for Edgar to finish his meetings before he could help you. What does Fate want to do this morning?
Oh, he's Fate is gonna clean up, some type of bath, shower, get his clothes all cleaned up, and get ready for another adventure.
Absolutely. Is there anything any place you want to go? Anything you want to see?
Nope, nothing.
Okay. You do your normal hygiene routine. Then, that being the case, I guess we will go right to Cal and Oscar. True to form, as you make your way to the blacksmith's home, you hear in the distance as you get closer the growing sound of blink, blink, blink. There's a young man.
I think we found it.
Yeah, there's a young man who greets you. He's familiar to Oscar and Cal, actually. He's familiar to both of you. I'm pretty sure you both met him before. He catches eyes with you and says, "Oh, you're back. You're alive. I thought I wasn't going to see you again."
Of course we're alive. You gotta trust in us more.
Oh, I apologize. Well, when you've been gone, that book, remember? I've been reading it, and look. He kind of points to a small pile of horseshoes. Look, I can do horseshoes.
Oh, I remember this kid now.
So, are you able to do leather straps or anything like that right now?
I mean, hold on. And he kind of runs inside real quick. Brings out that book. You hear. I mean, I don't know where the leather is, but yeah, I mean, here's some diagrams I could follow. As he sounds like a really excited young guy.
I'm going to completely overwhelm him and put a set of full plate right in front of him. I need this to fit me.
His jaw practically drops open like, you want me to do that?
Well, I mean, I can help out a little bit, but it doesn't need to be pretty. I just need it to, I just need to be able to wear it. So bend the metal a little bit here, make sure the straps are good. I can get it done from somebody else later, but something quick.
I mean, he kind of picks up the plate. Obviously, he's never held plate mail before, right? So as he picks it up, the pieces that are not attached to the main center unit, let's call it, they crash to the floor. And, sorry.
Hey, Cal. I was gonna talk to the main blacksmith here anyway about having him help me with what I'm doing. I could help him with yours too. I made sure because you brought it up last night to have a little spirit help me out and give me some pointers and stuff. So I feel pretty confident about smithing right now. So
A
we
spirit?
should be able to. Yeah,
I didn't know you could talk to spirits.
yeah. It's more like I commune, and then a spirit with the skills that I am searching for comes and gives me advice and sort of instructs me as I do things on the proper manner.
Are there any
So,
spirits here right now?
well, there's spirits everywhere. Things are constantly living and being born and dying around us. Bugs, plants, pretty much anything. It's not a manner of really like seeing them. It's more of just surviving with their presence around.
Oh, okay. So this blacksmith spirit will help you do blacksmithing work.
Essentially, yeah.
Cool.
You're
Can we do that for him too?
Spirits? Plate mail? What's going on here? Are you guys like joking or something?
No.
He uses magic, and it's a little weird at times, but He seems to be pretty decent.
Thanks, buddy. But yeah, why don't you bring us into your boss, and we can talk to him, and you can help us with some of the with like the straps and the stuff you practice with. How about that, kid?
I guess you've been gone a long time. I mean, I'm so used to being forgotten. You don't remember. I'm all that's left. I'm learning out of this book.
Oh, I see. All right, well then you can help me. And we'll just do it however we can. So Oscar pulls out the what's it called? The sickle, and he looks at the plate mail. Well, let's get the forge going. I'm gonna need to detach the handle from this thing and put a new handle on it in a different direction. I'm essentially trying to preserve the blade of this sickle, remove the handle, and turn it into some like makeshift like dagger or short sword. Just because in its current state, it's not useful. But I'll focus on Cal's thing first, I think, because I did some work on it while we were on.
I want to make sure we're on the same page. So, the sickle you have, it's a hand sickle. It's not Grim Reaper. It's the miniature, the one that you hold one-handed.
Yeah, I know.
So it already has a straight handle on it. I'm not understanding what you're asking me to do.
So, well, what I'm planning to do is, as you said, it has a straight blade and the handle. But the thing is, sickles, they are a simple light weapon, but that's all they are. So like I can't use it for any of my attacks because it requires strength to use. It doesn't like it, even though it's like a reflavored dagger. It can't do what daggers do.
So real quick, I get all that, and I'm not really asking the whole rules as written. I know what you're trying to do. I just need you to understand that here's a picture of a sickle. How are you looking to modify it? That's all I want to know.
So I was going to remove the handle of it and try to like cut into part of the blade, and then place a new handle shorter so it's more of a smaller type blade. Like, so
I get what you're saying.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay, so essentially you want to turn it into a smaller dagger. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay. He looks at you and he's like, "Oh, I can." Whew. I mean, look at the crafting on this. This was done by skilled people. Oh boy, you want me to break it? I mean,
no, I just want you to help me. I'll worry about the precise work. I just want your assistance while I do it.
I mean,
same going with the plate mail. I just need you to back me up. Essentially, like a forge apprentice type thing, where you get me the items I need, and you help me keep the flames hot, so on and so forth.
You're a blacksmith?
I am currently.
What? I don't understand. How long have you been training? Who taught you? Who'd you apprentice under?
A ghost. Now let's get to
He was
work.
learning from the spirits, the thing that we talked about earlier.
Oh. Okay, out of character. Link that ability for me, please, so I could read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh joy. Yeah, I could try. I'll be honored to try. Just don't yell at me if I mess up, okay?
Sure, kid.
In the meantime, sir, oh man, I forgot your name. You're the...
Sir Cal.
Sir Cal, sorry. Yes, I thought you were Senra, or the little one. You can't really mistake the little one. That's Kaith, right?
Yep. And actually, it's Lord Cal. I'm not actually. I'm a noble, not just a knight.
Oh, My apologies, my lord. Okay. Yeah, sure. I could. I don't know how long it'll take. Some time. I have to read about it first. But we could try later in the day. I'll work on it right now. I think we're good, right? I don't think we need more horseshoes, do we? Do we? Did Edgar send you?
No, I think
No.
we're good.
Okay. Yeah. Give me the rest of the day, and hopefully I could. Hopefully I could finish it by then. I gotta. I can't promise you though. Okay.
Don't worry, Cal. I'll help him out. And and once I wrap up with this, I'll head over to back to Mr. Edgar's. If you see him, let him know. I'll be there when he's done.
Okay, so I'm working on the armor, and then I'll let you know, and then we could try working on the dagger concept thing. You want to break it and redo it for you. We can do it.
I think Oscar's helping with the armor as well.
Oh, sorry, I'm just nervous. No one's really ever. I mean, I've made a few horseshoes, and I had a dagger once, and he pulls out this dagger that he tried making. It's like really crude. It's kind of dinged up.
Well, take this as a learning experience. Now, come on, let's get to work. I have an appointment later.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. All right, Cal. So they begin to kind of get to work. What's Cal gonna do in the means?
Well, before they get to work, Cal's going to pull Oscar aside and say, "Don't let him break the armor." And then,
It'll be real difficult to do that. This shit's thick, but no worries. Like I said, I'll help him out. And it's like you said, it'll take some time. Might not finish it today, but
well, if
we
you
can
just
at
do what
least
you can,
get it
I don't
going.
need it perfect, but to get it so that I can wear it will be just fine.
Gotcha, bud.
And then with that, Cal, go ahead.
I was gonna say, just roll me a flat D20, just because. Okay. Thank you.
With that, Cal is going to go ahead and leave and try to find the others.
Oh, Cal, if you stop by the Bastille, do you think you can see if they have any pearls, like valuable pearls?
I can take a look, but we haven't found pearls in this town at all.
Yeah, but they apparently had some traders come, and hopefully it's something strange. If not, well, we'll live with it. But I thought I'd ask before we leave.
Yeah, I'll go take a look.
Thanks, bud.
Okay. Keith. What is Keith doing this fine morning?
Well, she slept as long as she possibly could because she likes to sleep. But she's just gonna go out and just walk around the town, see if she can see anything dangling from anybody to try to, any spare change, coin purses that it looks like someone may not need.
Sure. So as you walk about, and I think you're AFK when I said all this stuff here. So there's some kids kind of in the row. They're playing with sticks as if they were swords, and one of the kids like, "I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna kill you." Things of that nature. Mother kind of doing some gardening, pulling weeds, maybe planting a couple of flowers, and that. You, at this point, as you kind of walk out of town, or at least down towards the main street, off to your right eye, you would see kind of Oscar and Cal kind of associating down the street a bit, with an individual with a hammer in his hand. A couple hundred feet away from you, but it's legible, or at least not legible. It's visible. You see that Fate would actually walk past you on your left shoulder as he makes his way to any location where he will be able to shower and kind of freshen up. As you hit the main street, you look to your left up the main road. You would see Senra kind of at the city gates to the east there, doing Senra stuff, essentially. You don't see Kavul anywhere. Unfortunately. Nevertheless, there are a pair of guards that are coming this way. They seem to be speaking to each other, kind of side to side. and they make their way up to you. Now they are wearing pouches on their sides and whatnots, as well as their normal uniform, I guess we can call it. So yeah, they come up to you real quick, and they start to express their appreciation for what you helped out with.
So I'm not really gonna mess with the guards just because, they seem definitely thankful and definitely don't want to mess with the guard because I don't want to be arrested. So I'll just kind of like nod my head, say you're welcome, and just kind of keep walking.
Give me a perception check as they walk past you. You hear mumbling between the two, and the only line you can catch was, "If it wasn't for them, we might be dead." And they continue to walk past. Um, Looking for a much busier part of town, you head towards the docks. As you are about two or three buildings away from the Mary Fox, they're pushing past you with a little bit of haste. Seems to be, "Oh, there's an animal in the Mary Fox. There's an animal. Somebody help me. There's an animal in the Mary Fox."
I'll go over and check it out.
You kind of hustle over to the Mary Fox, and as you enter the front door, as some people are also kind of peering into, like they're doing that, peering into the windows and out of the side of the doors, looking into there, you hear a crash, bang, and boom. And then as you look, you're short, right? So you really don't have the greatest of angles, but you see a tail kind of flipping, like on top of the bar, in a color pattern that's familiar to you, and occasionally the back head and crest of a lizard folk.
So I'm gonna walk over and I'm guessing it looks like Kavul.
Yes, it's Kavul.
Yeah.
And he seems to be ransacking the place.
So I'm gonna go over and like yell like Kavul.
I'm gonna kind of poke my head up with drink in hand because that's probably all I could find.
What are you doing, buddy?
Looking for meat. The small short man ran away.
Well, we don't do that here. This isn't right.
He kind of just shrugs and keeps looking for me.
So she's gonna go up to him and just kind of like tap him and be like, "No, we need to fix this."
What's wrong? I was told I could get meat here.
You have to ask for it and pay.
I did ask, and he ran away.
He was probably scared. Let's help me clean this up. I will get you some meat.
He kind of like grumbles and starts picking stuff up, trying to put like broken glasses back together.
Keith, investigation. As you survey the immediate area of this mess, I mean, he at this point, Kavul's had enough time to basically like tear down all of like the mugs that were inside the shelving. There's a couple of barrels that have been kind of cracked open at the top. There are some spills here and there, kind of like a footprint in red of his footprint in red, probably from like wine that he may have spilt over and stepped in as it kind of splashes across the floor a little bit, seeping into the hardwood. You see, Keith, in surveying this mess, and you begin to kind of start collecting some of the mugs and putting them back on the shelf. You can't help but notice this little wooden box.
Can I look inside of the box?
Absolutely. You kind of slowly pull the box off. It's not dusty at all, and it's got like, it looks like it has. You know how when you grab something long enough, it leaves that handprint residue, like from the oils in your fingers, like part of the box that has more traffic than the other. So it's clearly used a lot, and you kind of crack it open a little bit, it goes as it opens up. It's the equivalent of the cash register.
Well, this is a predicament. So she's not.
Character moment.
Where are my morals? She's gonna like take a quick look around, see if anybody can see her, like the innkeeper.
There's nobody around here. It seems like there's an animal ransacking the place. No one's sticking around to really see. There are some people peeking in from the outside, but you're behind the bar at this point, so all line of sight outside of Kavul no one outside of Kavul can see you.
Is he paying attention?
I don't know, Kavul, are you paying attention?
Nope. He's trying to pick up, like Keith said, and not doing a good job at it.
So Kavul's back is turned as he's kind of grabbing all the shit from the floor that he knocked over, like the pamphlets and papers, which not, he's not the most nimble person in the world. So grabbing these little pieces of parchment that are folded, like he crumples some of them, kind of throws them back on top of the bar top. His back seems to be turned to you at the moment.
So she's just gonna keep an eye look, just grab 5 random, is it all coins or is there bills?
It seems to be all metallic coin. There seems to be gold ones, silver ones, copper ones. It seems to be a decent variety. It doesn't seem to be a little, but it's also not a lot. It seems to be a modest amount in the box, as well as a pouch.
So she doesn't want to take too much as to be too noticed. She's not trying to be a thief, but she knows that this money could potentially help her party out as far as food and whatever else they could use. So she's just gonna like reach in and grab just a handful of coins.
Sure. Why don't you roll me a d20 minus 7, no less than 5. Just roll a d20. There you go. Minus 7 is 12. So we'll go with 12. You grab 12 gold total. And you feel free to divide that 12 gold into any amount of silver and gold, denominations. And roll me a sleight of hand because you're just grabbing and snatching. With a 27, because no one's watching you and you have the fucking box right in front of you. With a 27, as you grab this handful of change and quickly try to put it into your pouch, your pinky seems to have grabbed the little pouch that's in there as well, as it dangles from the handful of coin that you just pulled.
So being that she really didn't want that, but now that it's on her hand, she's gonna once glance around, just take like a really quick peek inside the pouch.
The inside of the pouch, as the light enters it kind of shines back at you in an iridescent, cloudy white. There seems to be a couple.
So being she doesn't really know what it is, she's just gonna like reach in and grab maybe, I guess, like 2 or 3 of what she sees.
Well, there's only 2, so there's a couple. So there's 2 in there, but as you kind of pull the pouch over into your palm, like you're pouring a glass of water, you pour 2 small marble-sized, cloudy white pearls, essentially, roll into your palm.
Well, she's only gonna take one and put the other one back.
Okay. You put the box back where you got it from. You're welcome to add a pearl to your inventory. Okay. I'm assuming you're going to take some time to clean up the place. After about 5-10 minutes, you see the 2 guards that saluted you earlier.
Question, Frog. Sorry
Yeah, what's
to
up?
cut you off.
What's up?
How tight is the space behind the bar?
It's big enough to fit 2 or 3 people. I mean, this is a pretty fancy restaurant. It's not only a bar restaurant.
What would happen to my tail every time I turn around?
Oh, you would absolutely knock into shit. Absolutely. So I can reasonably say, as Keith is putting shit back up, you turn around and your tail knocks some of them back over.
So Keith is just going to tell him just sit a minute, let me clean up, and then we'll go get you something to eat.
I will sit down right in the spot I'm at, right behind the bar.
So you said the guards came in?
Yes, the 2 guards that had saluted you have entered the scene. What's going on?
So I quickly explained to him, he doesn't know any better. We came across him. He's still learning some manners, trying to clean up, what I can, and I'm going to pull out 2 gold pieces and kind of put it on the bar. Like, this should cover most of the cost of what he damaged.
I guess that'll do. I mean, I know you're not here against us. I mean, after all, you just saved us, so... I mean, just... Here, let us help. And the 2 guards put their weapons down on the floor and begin to assist.
So I'm just going to instruct Kavul to go sit on the other side of the bar and just wait until we're done.
I'll get up and just jump over the bar like I did the first time.
Absolutely. All right, guys. So we'll leave that there. Let's move on to Senra. As you are still poking around the eastern gates, everything has transpired in town, unbeknownst to yourself. Nevertheless, Senra, what is going on with you?
He's kind of finishing up, kind of roaming around, and even doing like an extra round or two. Kind of like at the point of like she already feels like she checked everything, but just kind of roaming. Until eventually at one point she's kind of like, ah, fuck it, whatever. And she just heads back into town and goes to the bar that she got kicked out of earlier.
You pass by. As you kind of come into town, there's a little girl on the road watching you. She's got a little bit of a teddy bear. It's not quite a teddy bear, but the equivalent of a teddy bear. Seems to be some sort of dirty animal, stuffed in like canvas with some buttons. And she just stares at you. She's got beautiful blue eyes.
What are you staring at? Go away. Go get food or something. I like make a shooing motion.
She looks at you. You're pretty.
You're young and delusional. Get out of here.
Roll me a persuasion check, please.
Sure. Give me 1 second.
For me, it was the delusional that got me.
I was upstairs.
It's okay.
Open sheet.
You inspire me to want to get me a fucking blue, like a wireless headphones for the computer.
It's nice. 5. That seems appropriate.
5.
I can send you a link if you want.
Yeah, please. She begins to. You could see the tears begin to well up in her eyes.
Don't do that thing.
She starts to whimper.
I'm gonna look around for a parent of some sort. Any other townsfolk?
She's the only one on this road. Like, if you were looking at the map, essentially, and I'll just draw for reference here. So you are where the exit. You are where the X is, let's say, and she is where the circle on the road is. Like, that's kind of where your location is right now, in accordance to the rest of the town. And no one seems to be here. I mean, there's kids playing in a yard back here. There's kids playing over here as well in the street. Maybe flying a kite or something. But this kid seems to have an interest in you. Maybe saw you earlier and walked up the street to greet you, or at least just look at you closer. I mean, who knows? This kid's literally like probably anywhere between 7 years old to 5 years old.
Gotcha. Should you kind of slowly walk over and kind of like kneel down? Where were your parents?
You were mean.
Yes, I was. I'm usually mean.
But why? I didn't do anything to you.
People usually aren't worth the hassle.
I don't know what that means.
It means when you trust people, they usually end up betraying you.
My mommy doesn't betray me. My mommy loves me. And I love
Consider
my
yourself
mommy.
lucky. My parents don't care for me.
You don't have mommy or daddy?
Oh, I do. They're still alive. They just... That's... Where are your parents? Where is your mom?
They're at home.
Then you should go back to
Probably
her.
making a supper, or not supper, but lunch. What is
You
your
don't get
name?
there, someone else will eat your lunch.
No, silly. The table's really tall. What is your name?
Why do you want to know?
'Cause you're pretty. She reaches for your hair to kind of touch it.
Gonna jump back and then start walking back towards town. Not jump back, but like move out.
Yeah, I get you.
Reasonable distance, yeah.
But I mean, the kid says bye.
Go get your lunch.
As you continue to walk into town, pass by a couple of kids on your left flying kites, or at least trying to, doing a really piss poor job of it.
You, stupid one with the string. Go take care of your friend. And point over the shoulder to the kid.
They look at you. They're just quiet.
I said now, and in intimidation with strength or whatever.
Go ahead, roll intimidation.
This will be, what's the difference? Oh, actually, it's the same. Is it? Yeah, that is.
They fucking scatter. They scatter. They literally drop the string and the fucking kite just flies away. They absolutely scatter. They're like behind houses and shit. Like they break your line of sight.
To continue to the bar.
Sure thing. Eventually making your way through town. Give it 5 minutes, and you go ahead and make your way to the Trickster and Chain, to the Merry Fox, where you see nothing. You see two guards on the outside picking up pamphlets of paper, and you would see a lizard folk's tail whipping behind the bar, kind of in the air every time it bends over.
No, I'd be.
You jumped over. Well, you're helping out in general. You're gonna go back.
Yeah,
and
no.
forth,
Keith told me to just go sit. So I'm just sitting like in the middle of the floor in the bar room.
Okay, then you see that instead.
Okay. So just head in and kind of see them all there.
Yep, the guards acknowledge you.
I don't acknowledge them because Sen was a jackass.
I noticed.
7. I look around for a bit, but don't really.
I mean, the place is in the process of being cleaned up. You see it's been messed up. You can't really figure out why or how, but you see Kavul in the middle, not doing a damn thing, and the guards are kind of picking up papers and stuff.
Keith, where's the alcohol in here?
Keith would probably pop up behind the bar.
I was assuming I saw her. So if I did not, then I wouldn't ask.
Well, it's stored back here, but I can't serve it.
Can I see where she's pointing, or is she even pointing?
I mean, she's a
Yeah,
halfling behind a normal-sized bar. I mean, even the dwarf has like a footstool that he would jump on, just to kind of get a good range of visibility over the bar. So technically, you would hear her and not see her.
I kind of look around. If I can find it, I'll just go and grab it, but I don't know if I can.
I will hand the bottle I'm probably still holding.
Absolutely.
To Senra.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does it look opened?
It probably only has like a quarter out of it.
I'd rather have my own.
He just nods, not saying a word, and just keeps drinking. Just sitting on the floor.
Absolutely. So you want to go behind the bar center and grab a drink? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, if I can spot one, then she'll head around and to grab a bottle, leave a couple gold on the counter.
Absolutely. At this point, like the dwarf from the stairs would come downstairs now that he sees guards there. He's like, oh, oh, whoa, what's going? Oh, and then he sees you put the coin on and say, oh, and kind of he's less weary about it. And the dwarf kind of acknowledges, oh, my bar, it's a mess.
Is this the same bar that she was kicked out of before?
It is. She has
Okay.
a little other things to worry about at the moment.
That's fine. I was just curious.
So what you want to do, Senra?
Yeah, she heads out and just heads back to the ship for now.
Okay. And you do so. Kaith and Kavul, I assume you're going to wrap that up and head elsewhere?
Yeah, I'm just gonna finish cleaning up. I'm actually gonna probably head to the no. See, there's like farmers market. Try to stock up on some dried meat and stuff, and take Kavul with me.
Having been through the town, you know of no existing farmers market per se. But you remember that the Bastille might have rations and whatnots that you might be able to take advantage of.
All right, so I'll direct Kavul to follow me, and we'll go over there. And I want to get Kavul some food first, but then I want to go into Eldon's grave and kind of hide my pearl that I have.
Sure. And as you do that, we're going to zoom in on Fate. You make your way over to the Bastille, as it's probably the best suited with the requirements you need for your morning hygiene rituals. You walk into the Bastille, and it's, once again, you see the big giant statue of Helm with that gauntlet in the air in a sign of like might or some sort of power. The guards, what's left of them, kind of sitting in the pews. Some of them praying. Some of them don't look all that happy. Probably defeated. Tired. Still dirty. Some of them smell like smoke.
It's gonna walk by. It's like, you guys should clean up and get back out there. You never know what's around the corner.
I know what's around the corner. The same thing that killed my sister. She was in that pile out there. I had to burn her. How about you just understand, all right? And maybe a little bit more respect.
Fate's just gonna walk past and be like, I'm not sure if there's any time for that.
There's always time for respect. I mean, that's what our society is built on. You helped us achieve this. Why would you go against it? Talking to Fate directly.
Yeah, Fate looks back and basically just says that, like, you gotta keep going. You can't stop.
Do you keep going? Do you stop?
Never.
Never. Not once have you failed?
Even if you fail, you have to keep going.
Yeah? Did you keep going when the rest of your crew was killed? I heard they
Yep.
found you on the shore.
Yep. And I came here, and I still kept going.
Right. You lost anyone close to you?
Hundreds.
Well, then I don't know how you do it. I'm struggling to even keep it together. I'm even wondering if being here is even worth it. Maybe I should just run, take a boat, head west to the Elven lands.
All the problems here are just going to go everywhere else.
Then what do you recommend we do, huh? Look at us. Look at us. We're but a few. And we have to hold back legions? We're dead.
No, you're not.
You just gotta hold it another 20 more days.
Why? What happens in 20 days?
We'll get some help here. We'll find a way to get it done.
Come on, enlighten me. You seem to know everything, right? Moving on, right? Ignore everything that goes on. Stay focused. Tell me, what do we do? Please. What mighty words of wisdom does the great fate have to offer here?
You keep trading the fight. You patrol around the town. Don't let evil come in. Try to recruit more men. And keep everybody alive.
Just like that, huh? That simple? Get one ship a day, if that, when we used to get 20? We lose people by the day. There's deserters every day. 1, 2 families move on out. Who knows where? Some lost to the sea. The sea's our food. We're doomed if we go out. We're doomed if we go north. East? Who would want to walk into those undead lands? We're trapped. The rest of the people in the Bastille that are doing their praying thing or just staying silent, they start to kind of sort of get riled up as well on the side of the individual speaking to you directly. They start to be, yeah, what? What are we supposed to do? Things of that nature, kind of echoing the message given here.
I told you what to do. Keep training, patrol, recruit, and keep everybody alive.
How are you hopeful? How do you stay so positive?
Not hopeful. There's just nothing else we can do.
You know, I mean no disrespect. But if you lost your crew, like you say you have, it seems like you don't even care. Aren't you a representative of the Holy Empire? Aren't you supposed to be like this beacon of good, our saviors? Aren't you supposed to be there for us?
What do you think we were doing last night?
Sure. You were affected at that moment too. Anyone worthy of a damn would have been there helping fight. And we were there. But where were you when we started to rebuild this place, huh? Where were you for all the years that Thorby was in charge? Where were you? I know, not here.
I had other places to be at that time.
Of course. Other places. You know, just ignore the people that have been needing help for years, and we finally have the courage to stand up. And here you go again. I bet you're even going to leave too.
We set out later tonight, probably more than likely.
Of course. Looking out for yourselves again. Holy Empire. Whatever. You shouldn't even wear that crest, as he spits on the ground and begins to walk away.
Yo, you're lucky, Cal. These people like spitting on people. That could have been you. Oh, wait, no, that's not Cal. That's Fate.
Yeah, Fate's finally gonna go wash up and get his clothes cleaned up and everything.
Yeah, there's quarters downstairs in the basement, where the everlasting fire is. There's enough down there to get you going here. There's nobody down there right now, so you have your pick of it, but there are empty, like the bathing tubs, I guess, the wooden crates that you can bathe in, you know, that kind of situation. So yeah, so you'll kill some time there. And we are going to fast forward a little bit after we hear about Cal. You walk away from the blacksmith. What is it that you do?
Oh, I was heading to the Bastille in order to see about pearls.
You walk over to the Bastille, and as you enter the front doors, you see a militiaman storming past you, almost bumping you shoulder to shoulder in the doorway, as he storms out, clearly distraught in his face.
What type of armor is he wearing?
Yeah, it's a good question. One sec. He is wearing a chain shirt and a broken wooden shield kind of dangles off his back. He does have a spear crossed across his back as well in the other direction.
Okay. So I am going to go ahead. I'm going to stop him and ask him what's bothering him as I look over his weapons and armor.
Permission to speak freely, sir?
Yes, go ahead.
You just get back. And you're going to leave us to die. According to fate, of course. He doesn't give a shit. Why should I?
Why doesn't he give a shit?
I don't know. You travel with him. We've done everything you told us to do. We have bled. For what?
We have bled for you more than you know. We went to where the slavers were that have been harassing you for years, and we took care of them. We went and took care of Thorby. Right now, we're going to take care of another enemy that's nearby so that you don't have to.
Who?
Apparently, there are more of these undead at a city near here. And we're going to go and either deal with them or misdirect them and then bring more allies here.
So you march to your death. That's what you're going to do? That's what we're good for?
Oh, please. Like I would march to my death? I ride a horse.
Fucking broke my concentration, you prick. Look, I wear this crest in honor of what I hope to become. But after what I saw yesterday, after burning my sister last night, there's not many of us left, sir. I'm sorry.
No.
I just don't know what to do. We need help. And the ships, they're not many are coming anymore. They bring word from the north saying something about or Brecca being overrun. Now we hear word that Mirladar is under attack. Our allies grow slim, sir.
They are, but with every day we have victories. The elves are fighting, the Holy Empire is fighting, and we were sent here by the Holy Empire to pave the way to bring more troops here.
So where are they?
I need to get word back to them, and I haven't had a chance to yet.
How do we plan on doing that, sir?
Well, I'm hoping that the dwarves will have a way, but I've got some enemies to deal with, so they don't get to you first. I mean, I guess I could sail straight there and go and give them word, but then who knows what would happen with the enemies nearby. So we're going to kill them first. Well, re-kill them.
I mean, you make it sound so easy. You sound just like him. Like, not a care in the world.
Oh, there's plenty to care about, but let me ask you this. If you didn't stand and fight, if your sister didn't stand and fight, just like with Thorby, what would have happened?
Give me a persuasion check.
Alright. I'm horrible at these.
Yep.
Wait, am I? Oh, actually, I'm not as bad on them.
Ooh, with the dirty 20.
Ooh.
You're right, sir. I mean, every last usable arm is worth its weight. I'm just fearful, sir.
As you should be. Battle is fearful, and right now, there's chaos everywhere. And You know what? You could use a couple replacements. Follow me, and I'm gonna take him over to where my horse is stabled and the rest of my gear is stabled.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him a new shield.
Well, first and foremost, as you walk over towards that location, you'd have to pass by where Kate is hanging out, who's next to Eldon's grave. And you see her kind of poking holes in the sand as you continue to walk past.
That is strange, but maybe she's
Kavul
planting
would
something
be
for him.
standing right behind her, just
Oh, yeah.
looking at.
Gotcha. Yes, you would also see Kavul as well.
Hmm.
As
Okay.
well as you two would also see Cal with this militia guard walking in tow as they seem to converse with each other all the way, every step they take.
How old does the guard look?
Low 20s, mid 20s.
Okay. Do I see if he's bothered by something or anything?
I mean, he's not nearly as distraught as he was 5 minutes ago. And you were too far away to really hear the full-on conversation, I feel. But I guess, his cheeks may still be slightly red and his eyes slightly watered, but clearing up.
I'll go towards him. And kind of just walk behind him and Cal.
Cal, Kavul walks up to you as he proceeds to kind of get behind you.
Okay, I'll look over to him and I'll give him a nod.
Cal nods to you, Kavul. The guard himself says, Sir Kavul, nice to see you.
Oh, he's no sir. He's just Kavul.
He's helped. And as far as I'm concerned, he's earned the right to be called a sir. If you don't mind, that is, my lord, sir.
He just looks kind of baffled. I might help you, though. And he takes out 250 silver and starts shaving it down into dust. And he's going to cast a spell on him if he's willing.
I mean, he doesn't know much about the arcane, so as far as he's concerned, you're just shaving down silver.
Well, eventually he'll need it's touch spell. So.
I mean, it takes some time to shave 200 something silver, so I'm going to say he would respond something akin to, what are you doing, Sir Kavul? It's kind of, that's good money.
Some magic to help.
Magic? Help? Like, what can magic do to help us?
And just for the reference, I'm going to be casting Ceremony.
Link?
As a ritual. It takes an hour, and I'm going to do the Coming of Age.
It takes an hour, so you want him to watch you for an hour?
Now, just when you're done, Cal, bring him back.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I'll perform the ceremony.
So, you know what? You have an hour to do this, so why don't you tell me some of the key elements of this ritual? What transpires to make this work? What does your ritual look like?
It'd be probably barbaric to him, but Kavul takes some of his blood mixed in with silver dust and start putting on some war paint on the guy's face, like he'd have him kneel down, and he'd be chanting in primordial the whole time. Yeah, 25 gold, so 250 silver.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's trying to get rid of some of that weight.
Well, yeah, and it's silver powder it requires. So, yeah.
Oh, it's cool. I'm on board. Okay, cool. Yeah, rock on. So you go ahead and start performing. Kaith, by the way, I don't know how long you plan on hanging out at the gravesite, but Kavul is in the process of doing some weird shit.
Yeah, I just want to kind of find a spot near the grave marker where I can, bury this pearl without anyone noticing that it's there.
Okay. Slide a hand to represent that, please. Look at you. Holy shit. Okay. Sweet. Cal, you reach the stable to where Applejack is. Applejack kind of. You still with me, Cal, or did we lose you? Oh, he is not in channel. That might be the reason why he's not answering. Oh, there he is.
This is so stupid. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so basically you're next to Applejack, if I'm to summarize.
Yep. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm first, because he has a broken shield, I'm going to pull out the shield that I have that I literally have never used.
Okay. This
And
is
I'm
the
going
one that
to
you
present
brought from
that
the
to you.
north?
Yep.
This shield bears the crest of your family. You are aware of this, right?
I am fully aware of it.
Okay. Fantastic. The militia guard would... he's literally like dumbfounded. Sir, your shield.
Yes. You see, I prefer a more direct approach when it comes to fighting enemies. I'm going to touch the great sword behind me. That's over my shoulder. And you know what? You are protecting this town while I am away, and I want you to represent me while I am gone.
You would
show me that you are worthy.
You would allow me to represent your name and lineage? Are you...
Yes, as a what's the term I'm looking for? I will be your sponsor in this.
It would, and he drops to a knee. It would be my honor, sir, to be under your wing and your tutelage as a representative and a shield bearer of your bloodline. Oh my God.
There is always hope. It might seem like we don't care, even when we lose a friend and he's going to point over to the tree. But the only way to win against enemies is to keep on fighting, even when your friends fall, because you can mourn them in the end.
I can't believe you chose me for this honor. I will honor this request with pride. I won't fail you, sir. My lord, thank you for this honor. I don't know what I can do to repay you.
Be a great guard. Do your best for this village.
This village is my home. I will defend it with my life if I had to. I'm sorry about before, Sir Cal. I didn't mean to come off so brash.
That was, as far as I can tell, that was your first real battle, wasn't it?
Yeah, yes, sir. I only picked up a sword for the first time last week. A week and a half ago.
Everybody is afraid from their first battle.
When you left, I was in that line.
Sorry. Everybody is afraid after their first battle.
Every time I blink, I see the zombies just biting. How do you deal with it?
Well, I try not to think about it, but because of my status, I keep myself in the front and I continue pushing forward so that those behind me don't have to face as much.
I will try that. You and Fate are very similar. You guys make it sound so easy. But I won't give up. I promise. And I will honor the shield and guard it as if it was family.
Keep to it. And if I believe that my companion over there has something for you as well.
He looks over to Azar.
No, not Azar. Caval.
Kavul, sorry, my bad. Sir, thanks again. May Helm's great grace protect you and give you wisdom.
And to you.
He heads over to Kavul after bowing you and saluting. He heads over to Kavul and just watches the ritual. I'm not going to say an hour has passed this point, but he's going to continue to chill and watch. Let's just quickly touch upon Kaith here. Actually, hold on. Kaith, we're going to pause you for a second here. Let's head over to the blacksmith real quick. Where bang, bang, bang is happening as you attempt to work on the plate mail first.
Yep.
Is this where it needs to go? Is this here? I mean, if we can put a hole here and we could extend these straps, we might be able to.
Kid, relax. We don't need to be trying to drill any holes into the plate mail. It'll take us all day. We already have the foundation here. We just need to make it fold it in a little bit to fit Cal's physique a little bit better. So we just need to work with the metal. So we just heat it up, wait for it to get to a temperature where it starts to warp a tiny bit, and then we go away with the hammer on the anvil and apply a little bit of pressure to just fold it slightly, and then we wait for it to naturally cool. And while we do that, we work on the other parts on the other side.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I get that, but it looks like if I'm to eye it up here, and we never really got his measurements, but he seems to be a little bit broader in the shoulder. He seems to be thicker here on the chest. We might have to spread these plates here, and we could probably distribute the weight equally if we add a strap here over his arm here and attach it to this section there.
Can I make a I guess like an insight check to like see if this is like he's saying this from a professional's point of view and he's not just like spitting stuff out, you know what I mean?
How about you just say, I'm gonna roll an insight to check this. So go ahead, roll your insight.
Well, yeah, that's that. Yeah, yeah, I didn't.
I mean, you look at it. The kid, he's trying his best to try to make it work, right? Because the orders that were given to him was to make it work. So in a sort of way, his perspective on the matter is logical. Whether it's the most efficient way, don't know. But technically speaking, by distributing the weight across the chest and holding the plates open, it would compensate for the fact that Cal was much larger in thickness and density than whoever this came from.
I thought it was the other way around. I thought the other person was bigger. I thought that was the problem. So Cal's the bigger one? Wait.
I don't know how to respond to that. But anyway, the suggestion still stands.
Okay, so we're making it bigger. No, we're not making it smaller. Okay. So Oscar would say, in regards to, let's work on that, but let's not try putting a hole, like adding in a hole. We can try to attach it to the already formed portions of the armor, rather than potentially damaging what we already have. And we can go from there.
Okay, let's give it a shot. You have a tools or something? I mean, technically, the blacksmithing tools are already here. So
yeah.
Why don't you make me a roll that would utilize your blacksmithing, and you're harnessing like the spirit guidance of a blacksmith, right? Is that what's happening here?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So let's just say you're proficient with it. And why don't you roll me? Let's use your wisdom. No, let's go with intelligence on this one.
Okay. So if it's intelligence, then it would be that, right? Yep. So 12.
12. Okay. It sounds like your approach is logical. And you begin to kind of bang away at this. Roll me a d20 flat, and let's minus 5 from your roll.
All right. So 11.
11. Fantastic. Out of character, it will take about 11 hours to complete this task.
All right. Well, I'll get the initial starts of that going, so a couple hours, and then I'll let little Holmes here go with the rest, keeping an eye on him as I go. But then after a couple hours pass, I'm gonna start working on the sickle for a couple before I head back to Mr. Edgar's.
Absolutely. So as you work through the course of the 11 hours, you sweat. You guys are working together in tandem, sharing some nice words. He's learning from you. He's clearly intrigued with what you have to offer, and finds it quite surprising how much you know, considering that you're just as old as he is. It's strange, but he's going with it. And together, nice. You guys are working at it and doing your thing. Occasionally, a breeze does kick in from the ocean, which kind of goes over your sweat-covered skin and kind of feels cool and refreshing as you bang away. And lastly, Kaith, you see a town's guard hanging out next to Kavul, who's doing some pretty wacky shit. You successfully poked a hole and put a pearl in it to possibly grow a tree out of it.
Just hiding it.
What does Kaith want to do here before we fast forward our time to nighttime?
Just go in the Bastille and see what kind of rations they have so I can restock everybody.
Okay, and I'm just going to reasonably say you're able to do so. There's nothing inside right now that's going on. You may run into Fate, who's got like wet hair as he comes out from below. He's wet hair. He's wearing clothes that aren't his normal armor, maybe because it's drying or whatnot. He seems to be kind of walking around.
I'm just kind of like nod at him just to know, just kind of say hi, but not really say hi.
Hey.
And then I'm just gonna walk the Bastille, just kind of glance to see what else is available at the, I guess, lack of better words, Emporium.
Yeah, wine is able to assist, and he reflects on, he's been given word from an emissary saying that you are to create a list of things to get ready for the journey ahead, and I assume you start gathering these components?
Yeah, I'm gonna get what I need to get, rations, arrows, lots of arrows.
Why don't you write down in the chat for everyone to see all the things that you are trying to take on your journey. And then while you do that...
Yeah, the frog, sorry.
Yep.
And then when I finish the ritual, I'll talk to the guy and comment, you are a warrior now. Be strong for those with you and lead them with courage. The Raven Queen will watch over you.
Everything's going smoothly, right? So, oh man, hold on. So, okay. All right, hold on. Let me read your spell. 1 second here. Touch. When you cast a spell, you choose one of the following rights. Target. You touch one willing creature. Okay. So this is what happens. Kavul, you ready?
Yeah.
So you're doing all this for the hour, man. Okay? And as you say what you say, you know, he kneels down to receive your blessing, right? And you say, yeah, all this stuff, and he, as you say, may the Raven Queen protect you. He actually begins to recite, and may the grace of Helm look over you. And you both like, and as soon as he hears the Raven Queen, he does not become a willing participant of your spell.
I was saying that after the spell ended, so.
Okay, I mean, nevertheless, he has to be willing to have it. So as long as he's convinced that it was for his betterment in the context of Helm, he will absolutely graciously accept it. But the second you mention the Raven Queen, he probably will shed it willingly. Just so you're aware.
Well, cool to know that.
Fair enough. I mean, that's fair. Absolutely. But he kind of begins to walk away from you and back into the Bastille. Damn, dude, that would have been perfect. Fucking made the fucking Raven Queen. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Well, guys, we are going to fast forward. Unless anybody has any last minute things we want to do before we time skip for about 11 hours.
Within that time skip, would I have done the stuff with the dagger and then met up with Mr. Edgar?
I would say you have enough time to cut the metal. It's not like you can just grab a hacksaw and do it. You know, it takes time and heat and whatnot, so it will take time as well. And you're multitasking with the current blacksmith there. So I would say you have the blade cut and shaved down. You don't have the handle attached yet.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, and so I'll have to work on that stuff with him when, like, at night or the next day, that type of thing.
Yeah, could be either or, whatever comes first.
All right, cool.
All right, so everyone at this point, as if on cue, meets back at Edgar's pottery, where Edgar comes home after a long days of governing.
Everyone but Senra.
Oh, Senra, you don't come back?
I was kicked out. Sorry.
Yeah, good call. You don't even attempt to try?
Nope. She takes that bottle of whatever and then just goes sits in one of the alleys.
Fair enough.
Sharing it around.
That alley that you feel the most comfortable in is what I'm assuming you'd be at, right?
Yep.
All right.
Just kind of not really doing anything. If chat happens, she doesn't really participate, but kind of listens.
Yeah, you're sitting next to the dude with the blanket, is what I'll say for now.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
All right, cool.
What case know where she is?
I doubt that, to be quite honest. I mean, you were there when they were serving out fish and whatnot, but she never really shared with you that, like, that's her spot. You know what I mean?
I was going to say, because she would want to bring her something.
Yeah, I'm going to go on a limb and say, you know, I don't think Senra wants to be found right now.
Okay.
Nevertheless, the sun begins to set, and we're back home with Edgar.
Oh, thanks so much for waiting. What have we decided? Did my emissary send out word on supplying you guys?
Yes, I believe I got everything we needed.
Oh, fantastic. What was the list?
I have arrows, rations, rope, flask of oil, and some rags.
It seems very modest. Are you sure you don't need horses and wagons?
No one told me of anything else that they needed.
Oh, that reminds me. Cal, did you manage to find a pearl at the Bastille?
Nope, apparently we moved on before I could ask.
Oh my! Yes, we don't get many gems and trinkets over at the Bastille. Those specialty items tend to be at larger cities. You might get lucky. Maybe tomorrow some of the oyster divers might bring back something.
Can you by chance keep an eye out for any pearls and put them aside, we will gladly pay for them.
Oh, as wonderful as your request may be, you don't need to pay. You guys are like local heroes here.
Of course, but the oyster farmers still need proper pay for their labor.
True, but times are tough, and sometimes you need to manage things a little bit different. They will absolutely be happy for your protection. I'm sure they'll be willing to give out one or two if they find.
Perfect.
Yeah, that'd be great. If anything else, we still have extra rations and weapons and stuff from the travels in the boat. If you guys, we can try to distribute some of that as well, right, guys? Like, we don't need all of it. It'll probably go bad by the time we get to finish up all that. Actually, we're not even going to be using the boat, huh? We're going by land. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's fine. Absolutely.
And Fate's gonna interrupt and say, "Oh, by the way, we do need a wagon and one more horse."
Yes.
I was hoping to get some caltrops too.
Make it a couple more horses just in case.
Well, I need to know how many, but please understand that I can't bear to part with too many. We ourselves need these resources.
2?
I mean, I'd be willing to give you enough to pull the wagon. Let's say a 2-man team.
2's fine.
Yeah, I think 2 would be good.
A 2-man wagon pull and perhaps another 1 or 2 ponies. I might be able to bear with some ponies for riding.
That works as well.
Oscar looks, who wants to ride a horse? I'm fine with just chilling in the wagon or whatever it is.
So the wagon itself will be like a covered wagon, very similar to the one that you saw on the island. So it'll have but it's not going to be tattered. It'll be, slight tears here and there, but it's way better condition than the previous one. And these wheels actually have like an iron rim around it. It's not just flat wood. I say tires, I meant wheels.
And we can all fit in it?
I would say Cal has a horse, so out of character. So Cal has a horse, so he's set. You'll have 2 rideable ponies and 2 horses pulling the wagon. So you should have enough for everybody. So if 2 more people decide to ride, so hold on, 1, 2, 3. So 3 riders, and then a driver, and 2 in the back. So yeah, there should be enough for all 6 of you, including maybe a barrel of fresh water, and let's just say a crate of, let's say, dried rations, a variety of fruits, nuts, maybe some jerkies, and some fish.
All right, sounds like the beginning of an epic adventure.
It sure does, doesn't it? Okay, cool. So going back to...
Is this all you require from us?
Can we get some ball bearings and caltrops to go with the oil and stuff that Keith already ordered?
I'm sure you'd be able to ask Roder, excuse me, I can't even think of his own name. New blacksmith and all. Roder, the one you spend most of the day with, I believe. He should be able to assist with that. I'll make sure to let him know that it's on the house.
Outside of that, you might want to see about building a proper gatehouse, and just in case, have fire arrows prepared along the wall.
Persuasion check.
Outside of that, we'll be back when we can.
Persuasion check?
Sure. 1 second.
I guess you didn't hear me the first time, sorry.
Nope.
I gotta remember to turn my voice off from time to time. With a 17, yeah. Edgar would absolutely.
Yes, that might be a good idea. Thank you. Good thinking. I'll make sure to commission it. With the few hands we have, it might take some time, but yeah. When you return, that would be fantastic, but I know how long the road is ahead of you. I feel as if I might not see you for at least a couple of months. In that, I wish you the best and offer one more meal at my table before you go, please. Allow me to honor you by being my guests one last time.
Sounds good. Do you think before we go to sleep, we might be able to dish magic a bit?
Oh, yeah, we could absolutely look at the book. But we'll do that after dinner. So we could discuss plans.
You have good meat for dinner.
I knew that was coming. I have my wife prepare a roast.
Gavul kind of just grumbles under his breath.
I've never seen a lizard smile before.
It's so unsettling.
What to say? Oh, it's charming yet terrifying. All right, so
as dinner's made, time's going to fast forward a little bit here. Senra, you're still chilling in the alleyway, right?
Yes, but sometime in the night she is going to make her way to Eldon's grave. And I'm going to send you a message. I already sent you another one, too, which you're replying to right now.
So, as you're typing, you make your way to Senra's grave.
I have a grave.
I'm sorry?
Finally!
Oh,
You
shit.
make your way to Senra's grave.
Fucking
I'm
Oscar
like, I'm going
said
to my own
finally.
I don't know. You're dark enough. You may have dug your own grave already.
So, you make your way to fucking... I'm totally brain farting right now. Eldon's grave. That was funny. You make your way to Eldon's grave. Give me a perception check, please.
Finishing typing.
Yep, take your time. I mean, don't take your time, but, take your time.
Taking a reasonable amount of time. 10.
With a 10, you pick up your Hoojamajigger, as requested. It is at this point, like, it's just past supper time, so the sky is beginning to dim, right? And the crickets are beginning to kind of come out a little bit. And you know what? I could even make that sound happen too. As the crickets come out a bit, you look at the ground and you notice that it's slightly disturbed. Like it's been a week and a half, so a lot of that dirt and debris, mud, grass, whatever, should be packed a little bit. There seems to be some disturbance there.
Like a specific location, or just the entire thing? Like people have been walking around?
No, just
I know people have been dying, so
yeah, no, a location.
check the location.
You look at the location. It looks like it's just like someone may have dug a hole and then filled it back in.
That's weird.
That or Eldon's hand came out.
Yeah.
Actually, never mind. He doesn't have hands.
I'll dig up whatever it is.
Yeah, you begin to dig. You start taking handful after handful, and you kind of dumping it to the side. You squeeze the soft earth in your fingertips, and you feel like a little stone in the middle of it.
like wipe it off and see what it is, type thing.
As the red sunlight from the sunset shimmers onto the palm of your hand, this little stone reflects back, and it's clear what it is to you. It's a pearl.
She kind of like bounce in her hands a few times and then put it back and cover it back up.
And you do so. You make your way to where you feel the blacksmith is. I mean, you've walked by it once or twice, but there's no blacksmith to be found. Just candlelight on the inside of the home attached to the smithy area.
I approach stealthily and look inside if there's an open window.
You're welcome to stealth roll for me, please. As you make your way to the side window, which has a crack in it, like a crack as it's cracked open, but like a fart in the wind with no sound, you just poke your eyes in and you just bring your head high enough to be able to see what's happening in there. And you see a young, like dirty-faced human over a bowl with a wooden spoon, and he's shoveling liquid into his mouth.
Come back in the morning. She'll just turn and head off.
Absolutely.
Just kind of roaming as the night falls.
Okay. You inadvertently do a patrol without doing a patrol, and you continue to just kind of roam around.
Yep.
All right, guys. We're going to fast forward a little bit as the night progresses. Everyone is welcome to stay at Edgar's yet again in a similar fashion as last time. I assume Cal goes back to his barracks, I guess. Oscar, before you go to sleep, Edgar comes to you.
My boy, come with me.
Yeah, sure. Let me just. And Oscar would put the lid down on the box with the pseudo dragon egg. After he just spent some time observing it and checking his books to make sure it was all right. And then he would carry the box with his stuff and follow behind.
Do me a favor. Grab that book over there.
Oscar would mage hand and grab the book and
The
pull
small
it over.
one with the brown bindings, please.
Small brown. Okay. And he goes. He puts his mage hand in the direction that he pointed until he sees the exact book, and then pulls it over and brings it over to Mr. Edgar.
Thank you. What I'm about to show you must be between you and I. Walk with me as he opens the front door.
Oscar nods his head. Yeah. And he follows.
As you guys
walk, the night is crisp. Nice sea breeze. Partly cloudy sky. Half moon. Occasionally, the glasses that Edgar wears shimmers moonlight that you can see clearly. His white beard, a hue of blue in the nightlight. He speaks to you.
All right, my boy. It is important for every aspiring wizard to protect their book, and you, I'm sure, know this.
Yeah, I've gone through a lot of trouble keeping what I have intact. I hate water.
I, myself, found illusion to be the better way to protect, especially if you never really keep it on your person. I have no real reason to carry it with me from day to day, but in the event, and he pulls open the small...
He pulls up the small book, and it's literally like one of those, like, hotel Bibles, the smaller ones, like the back pocket Bibles,
Yeah.
And he opens it up, and it folds open into a bigger book. He folds it up the other way, a bigger book. He folds it again, bigger book. He folds it one more time, bigger book.
Whoa. That's awesome.
This is a collection from when I was about as young as you. The second you don't respect your book is the second your book will betray you. Always remember that. That is your number one lesson.
And Oscar takes out like a smaller little notepad thing, and he's like jotting it down with in between his fingers, like respect, look, well, betray, if don't. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Now, what do you wish? How should we start?
Well, I was sort of just wondering, if you had any recommendations or anything. I just need to record as much as I can about how the spells work, and the process of the full incantation, the way that the weave is altered while the spell is executed, things of that manner.
No, okay. Why don't we start small then, and we'll see what we can come up with.
As he opens the book, the pages begin to glow so slightly. Like we're talking the faintest little hue of light. Like the pages are like almost as if there's a light behind the page. Like you ever put a flashlight behind a couple of pages and you could see the light through it? It's almost like that. But then the words inside the book begin to glow bright like yellow and red, almost as if the pages, and it's not only do they glow that, it's almost as if he's writing it in real time. Like the pages it's rewriting itself in fresh ink, but it's like burning ink. It kind of illuminates his face, so the blue and his beard from the moonlight has now kind of changed color into a more of an orange as it reflects the firelight coming from his book.
Oscar is taking extra care to observe how it's all fanning out. Okay. Well, what spells this?
I found a specialty on fire. So what I'm about to teach you will be your simple yet effective spell on how to fly fire from your fingertips.
Okay.
To explain this to you and to get everything good will take some time. You and I might be talking through the night.
Wouldn't be the first time I pulled an all-nighter studying magic. Won't be the last.
Okay. Before I teach you this, you must commit to me that you will only use what I teach you in defense and for the righteous and for protection against any opposing evil force. Do I have your word that you will abide by that?
I promise that I will only use offensive magic for self-defense and won't use it against innocents.
He chuckles. You sound so much like your father did when he opened up his first spell book.
And Oscar scratches his head oh, never been compared to him before. It's kind of nice.
In this Our pact is made. Shall we begin?
Yes.
Throughout the night, you converse back and forth, and Edgar shows you the ropes on how to cast the spell of Burning Hands.
Okay. Do I have to make a check?
No, he's tutoring you. So he doesn't teach you the spell, so you can't cast it. He's just teaching you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Basically, the whole scroll making concept. So
Mhm.
yeah, so absolutely, he basically tells you what you need. He tells you how to write it. Even down to how the words are written on page. Like the calligraphy needs to be a specific way. It needs to be worded this way, and here, all the doodads. So you can add to your book of scroll spells, I guess, however you're
Yeah.
working with that. You could add Burning Hands to that.
Okay, I'll just do it with my arcane notes.
All right, guys. So the morning comes to, and Edgar and Oscar walk in. The light from outside wakes everybody up.
All right, let's get moving.
Absolutely. So Edgar, passes through some, good morning pleasantries and the typical thing. He sends his wife out to grab some refreshing liquids, maybe a restock of the water, perhaps another little thing of milk, as she kind of scurries out to do her morning routines and whatnot. In front of the home, as if it was all pre-planned, a wagon, 4 horses, two of them ponies, two of which are horses attached to a pulled wagon that's covered. In the back, a crate with rations, a barrel of water, fresh, as well as a, let's say, 10 quivers of arrow. 10 quivers of 10 arrows of quiver. What is that? 10 quivers. They have arrows in them.
I think you were right the first time.
Whatever. Yeah. So, team, what do you plan to do? And then we're gonna hop over to center real quick.
First, is my armor ready?
Oh, you make your way over to the blacksmith.
I'll go with him.
Oh, you're so early. Hold on. As you kind of open the door, he greets the door at you guys. Oh, wait. Let me show you. He kind of retreats to his home. And while standing on the outside, you hear crash, bang, boom, like a table got pushed over accidentally, and you hear something get kicked across the floor, like a pan or something. Oh, Sir Cal, here, look what, Oscar, I did it. They got the straps in like you said, and they're stapled back here. It's not perfect, but it should hold.
I look in. I still have the proficiency. I haven't changed the proficiency yet. So I still look in, listening in on the insights of the spear, and I'm like, yeah. I left him here to wrap up the stuff himself, and looks like you did a pretty good job. You got a blacksmith in you, kid.
Thanks. If I see you again, I'm looking forward to another lesson. I appreciate it. This was quite an learning experience. Hey, do you guys need horseshoes?
Yeah, we'll take some spare horseshoes.
Yeah, we can take a set. Why not?
All right. Hold on. Here. He gives you like 13. He doesn't even give you an even number. He just gives you like 13 horseshoes. Here.
I hold them and I walk over to him, like put my hand on his shoulder. I look forward to seeing what you do next time. You'll probably be even better by me by the time I get back. So.
Oh, I forgot. I almost forgot. Hold on. He goes back into the home. I was told to make you these. And he hands you a big bag for the caltrops. And
nice.
they're more like, and they're not really like symmetrical. They're basically just shards of metal, almost like slag. But they'll work.
They'll hurt people's feet. That's the
Yeah,
main point.
absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Sweet. Okay, and Oscar will just go and grab the remaining stuff from the sickle. Uh, essentially, I just need to put a handle on it at this point. Was what you said, right?
Essentially, you just need to put it. Yeah, like the blade is trimmed down. We're good with that. Yeah, it should be fine.
Yeah. So, okay, I'll take this. And yeah, I'll try to put a handle on this thing while we're on the road. Thanks again, man. You were really helpful.
Hey,
I immediately have Azar help me put on the armor.
And I toss him how much was it that we got? Ta-da.
Why did you want to convert a scythe into a dagger anyway?
Because a sickle
Sickle.
is
Yeah.
a sickle only is a strength based weapon, and
Yeah,
all of
I
our
know I
strength
got that
based
part, but like,
fighters
why not
have.
just buy a dagger?
Well, this was a +1 one, so I was trying to modify it to still have the properties, which was the hard work.
Is it still a +1? Is this
I
the
don't.
stuff?
well, so the my plus ones, they're not magical. They're just finely crafted. So even
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, because it was like this finally crafted weapon, like banged it and dented it and shifted all the aspects of it. So
well,
it's entirely.
technically, what he cut off obviously is it's
Yeah,
crap.
I'm just joking for the most part. I'm not actually trying to.
No worries, no worries.
Because it'd just
Yeah.
be hilarious. Anyway,
Eh,
sorry.
well, it's worth a
Sorry to
shot.
interrupt.
That was the main part. But yeah, that was the reason why. All of like I would have just given it to one of the strength based fighters, but they all have better weapons than a sickle. So I was just like, might as well
Mhm.
roll
I
the
gotcha.
dice.
Well, at that point, you might as well have just given it to a farmer.
Didn't think about that, but I paid for it. Meh. Well, whatever.
All right,
Done.
guys. So moving on to Senra right quick, as everyone else is getting ready to bounce out of here. Senra, your night has turned to day, and after a long amount of walking around on a possible trance here and there, what is Senra all about? As you look down the road where Edgar's pottery would be, and it seems like the rest of the party is, fixing up a wagon for departure.
I was going to ask if we rewind a little bit, to maybe inject at the blacksmith shop, because I was going to stop there.
Oh, okay, sure. Well, yeah, why not? Just before you actually get there, you see, just before Cal and Oscar gets there, you would see a guard kind of talking real quick with the blacksmith there, and leaves and kind of goes back in. So as you see the blacksmith go in, you're more than welcome to approach.
Okay, so I was going to go to the blacksmith and ask, you work here, right? You seem kind of young. Or is there someone else?
Oh Madam Senra, hi.
I don't say that, madam. Yes.
I'm sorry,
I need.
Senra.
Can you repurpose something for me? Simple.
I mean, yeah, I could try. Sure, yeah. What's up? What do you need?
She takes out like a roughly carved wooden totem of like a bear, and it's about like it's small enough to fit in your hand. Would you like you to make this out of this, and puts the other thing that I mentioned in chat.
Sure. And how do you what do you want it to do? What do you want it to be?
It just needs to be that shape.
Sure. Whew, and he looks over the thing you handed him. If we're continuing to be vague here, it is metal.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe so.
When do you when do you need it by?
Now's fine.
Now. Whew. Oh geez. Well, I mean, I have Cal and Oscar. They're gonna be here to pick up what they ordered. Whew. And oh boy. He opens up a book and nervously kind of flips pages.
She's gonna like lean against the wall, arms crossed. Just waiting.
Okay. So I could try if I is it important? Like if I break it, is it bad?
Let's not find out.
Oh, oh, intimidation check, please.
Sure.
Poor kid.
Okay. Oh boy, I rolled a. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Yeah, sure. I have a smaller hammer here, and I could try. Sure. He runs
You'll
into
be
the house.
fine.
He runs into the house. It doesn't have much fire going at the moment, and he's kind of just tinkering. I mean, this is thinner metal, right? So he's trying to. You hear bang, 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 bing, 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 crash, crack, boom. Ah! Ow! Ow!
He kind of just keeps leaning against the wall.
So this is
Senra,
gonna
you're
take.
a villain. You're a villain.
So
Would it be fair to say like around this time, Cal and Oscar show up? Because I figured that could be a good tie-in for them to.
I would say that as he hands you the finished
finish.
product. Okay, so I need to roll to see his quality.
Sure, yeah.
Whew. Okay, so I'm gonna roll a flat d20. You know what? No, I'm actually gonna roll a percentage die. 100% obviously is gonna be perfect. Anything below that will be its quality in percent. Think of grades. Oh my lord, with an 83.
Nice.
You know what? For under pressure, yeah, his hands are getting better.
I kind of take it and look it over. I had at one point grabbed something for like scrubbing out rough edges, but kind of like seems fine, so put it down, and then drop 5 platinum
Oh,
on the workbench.
oh, Madam Senra.
I told you.
Oh, Senra. I'm sorry, but tell people I made that, okay?
And I kind of set it back down again. Throw your initials under the feet, under one of them.
Ooh, yes. Thank you. He palms the 5 platinum first, and then inside for like 5 minutes. You're bing, 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 blink, blink, blink. And yeah, his initials are.
RG, random guy.
No, it is R. It is RN. It stands for Rarder Nuri. Okay. As you grab your hoojamajigger thingamabob, whatchamacallit, that's when Cal and Oscar would be practically right behind you at this point.
And they walk in as she's like kind of like surveying it one final time before throwing it into one of her vest pockets.
Absolutely, Oscar and Cal. Senra is practically in front of you.
You look like you've all been busy.
Oscar has like little lines under his eyes. Like, yeah, work. A lot of work yesterday, but yeah.
Definitely, and all set to go. I just got to check on my armor, and then we should get going.
I got that finished. Going where?
We're heading to the dwarves.
Dwarves. Why are the dwarves?
Oh, because they have a town nearby that's that the undead are at. So we're gonna see if we can help there and see about getting some more help for this town.
Where is this town?
It's like 4 or 5 days away, but via riding horse, so it's probably gonna take us about a week in the cart.
Oh, lovely cart.
Well, there's extra horses if you want to ride that instead.
I may choose that option. Do they have libraries at this town?
What'd you say? You
I
like?
don't know. I've never been there myself.
Libraries.
Maybe if it's not burnt to the ground yet.
Is that an out of character question?
It was in character.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never been, but see what we can do. And the might help me get some answers, and it might help Cal and Fate send word to their boss.
Maybe I can get some answers too. Fine. Sounds good.
Actually,
When do
that
we
makes
leave?
sense. I think now. We were making our last stop. Unless we want to stop at the Bastille to say goodbye.
They already know we're leaving. Let's just get the armor and stuff and go.
All right.
And where are these horses?
Well, my horse is right outside. The other horses are in front of the mayor's house.
Okay.
Oh, did the shellers or whatever? What were they called?
They go out to sea. They don't come back right away. It's a oyster divers is quite a treacherous job, and it's not something that's done in a couple. It's they out to sea for a day or two.
All right, get on the when we come back.
All right.
If you come
I'll go
back.
check with the horses. And she'll turn to exit. To head there.
Fantastic.
And when she gets there, she's going to take out the new totem and start to ritually cast Speak with Animals, and basically talk to the horses, see if they're okay, and kind of relay our plan, so at least in the know, and not just dumb so they're informed, basically.
Okay, as I pull up
Horse
the intelligence
union.
of a horse. Sure. Anything specific you want to say?
No, just more so kind of trying to give like rough idea of maybe introductions, just so it's like so that we're not completely strangers to them type thing.
Sure. And you're saying this audibly, right?
I'm kind of going one by one and not like yelling it, but close enough to where I'm the one that I'm talking to.
Sure. And everyone is in the same general area. As you kind of speak it under your breath, give me a performance check, please. We're going to do this a little differently. The lower the number, the quieter.
You just don't want me to roll stealth.
You know what? Oh, wow. Bro, are you screaming this shit or what?
No.
So
lower is quieter.
Yeah, lower was quieter. Yeah. So I'm not saying you're shouting, but as quiet as you think you're being.
Louder than I thought.
Louder than, yeah. People are at least close enough, and you've been kind of back and forth and here and there, so it would stand to believe that people are a little bit in tune with you right now, since you clearly seem to be the looser of all the cannons. You know what I mean? So it would make sense to me that people would be a little bit more on alert in your presence. So they would hear you trying to be quiet, but things like yeah. I'll do a voice changer for a horse next week.
I'll change it to some other animal.
So that happens. Nevertheless, Edgar.
Well, I wish you all the best. May Helm grace his protection over you and grant you the wisdom and courage to maintain faith and stay safe. Our lives, quite frankly, depend on it. Please, be careful. And Kaith, wear my symbol with pride. I pray you never have to use it.
It's already saved me once.
And I'm gracious to hear it. Please, make haste. I hope to see you soon.
All right, you guys. Yeah. Who's driving out of curiosity?
Probably like a czar, or fate.
I have 0 animal handling.
These are trained horses, so it's gonna have a little bit of a different rule. It's gonna be more catered to your fate. I just need to know who's riding. That's all. Like these horses aren't just wild, and I mean these horses are doing a job. These horses have been doing this job for a while, so they're attuned
It's
to it.
already is.
Okay. All right.
Kabul will probably take shotgun to help guide him since he took kind of through the woods now.
Sure. Okay. As you all exit the front doors, and just to the left is that pile of ash that's no longer smoldering or burnt, but there's like a burnt circle on the ground. It reminds you and gives you the idea of what possible roads you have ahead of you as you head north. You guys are going north, right? To the Holy Empire?
Are we heading there? I thought we were going to the dwarves first.
Oh, you tell me. What are you guys doing? I was under the impression you guys were going north, so speak now.
Yeah, I thought dwarves.
Yeah, we might as. I mean, yeah, the dwarves was closer, and if we can figure out something there, we might be able to send support down here, and if anything else, since it's closer, we'll be able to get back sooner, and then go to the other direction via boat.
Okay.
Oh, I would like to mention, guys, that that dude that gave the news was like gone, and there were some potential inaccuracies with the news with what Kabul told us, so we should be wary. It might not be. It could. I hate to say it, but it could be a trap.
We'll just have to get out early and explore from the outskirts.
Yeah, I'm sick of getting caught in ambushes and traps.
As you guys continue to leave town, Cal, you hear it first. Not this song. Hold on. Sorry, I just didn't feel that song was appropriate for what's going on. So, as you exit town, Cal, you turn around to the sound of what sounds like metal, wood being banged on metal. As you look towards the gates where the sound's coming from, you see Adast, the individual you gave your shield to, as he's using the blunt end of his spear, banging on it. As 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more militia guards continue to also bang their shields as you guys exit town. Still with me, Cal?
Looks like they're hard at work.
Cal, you there?
Cal, did he blow the horn?
He has to disconnect and reconnect real quick. Probably his Discord sucks on his phone or whatever he's using.
It looks like he blew the horn.
No, he didn't blow the horn. Or did he? Did he write that? I didn't see it.
It says 10d20, and isn't that what it needs?
Anyway, so I'm blowing the horn in response.
So as these guards, these militia are banging, you take it with a sense of honor. It's almost like they're saluting you in their own way. You return by blowing the horn. The sounds of foot troops erupt in all locations as you hear battle cries and marching and screams of valiant bravery. And it only, actually... Oh, yeah, bro. They erupt in louder... They kind of like holler back, banging their shields, and then they hold their spears in the air and giving you like a goodbye salute. You're muted, Cal. I don't know if you're talking.
I am definitely proud with how far they have come, and I'm going to continue thinking to myself, I really don't know that guard's name.
You don't know it, but it's a Dast out of character, just so you're aware.
Oh, I'll forget it again later. But even character-wise, he doesn't know.
Yep, no, you're absolutely right. And you continue easterly towards where you know Mirador is. You know what? I think that's a pleasant place to curtain it. As much as I wanted to get a combat in tonight, I think thematically and story-wise, I think that's a pretty appropriate place to end tonight's session.
Sounds good. Not every session needs to have combat.
Yeah, no, and I felt, like I said, I felt thematically that was a nice, pleasant way to end. I think that was representative of a lot. So yeah, that was
fight
good.
we fight enough with each other to fill in for combat.
I don't know. I felt there was a lot of character development tonight, guys. That was actually really nice. Really, really nice sesh, guys.
Level up to 7.
Level up to level 6.
Level 8, all right.
But yeah, guys, that was awesome. Let me kill the stream here real quick. Everyone watching, thanks for watching. Same time tomorrow for our Tuesday campaign. Stream is going down now, and we will do our end of session huddle, and then that's it. So 1 second.